Come on, fess up in chat. Who thought I was going to be late? Let me bring it up. Hello there. Today, we're going to need some water. Oh, hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Moonshoes, Snow, welcome. So, a few things before we start building the Razor Crest, whilst whilst the ads play, actually. How many of you are stuck through ads right now? This is where we got up to last time. I'm going to be clear on my desk, so you're not missing out on anything. We do have a Discord. We have a public Discord. I need to get the link so that some of you can join and let me know what I've missed, what I haven't set up yet, and what I've spelt wrong as well. Yes, what have I spelt wrong? All right. Hopefully the stream runs smooth whilst Discord's loading, because I know it takes up a lot. Oh, there's an event. We're streaming. Ding, ding, ding. Where do I get the link to join? I don't even know where that is. I assume it's just this link, right? Let me have a little look. Yeah, this is a Discord link. Join the Discord. And then I'll pin this. So, with the Discord, members still have their own corner. Hello there. All right, there we go. Pinned? I think I pinned it. Members still have their own corner. Instructions, decals should only be visible to channel members. But there's a there's actually a new releases one as well, which we are going to be speaking about June 1st sets today. There are a few new images, thanks to Lego accidentally uploading more images. Lego, come on, Lego. Oh, you know what? It's good publicity, really. Putting out an image before they're ready to announce it is good publicity because it gets people talking about it. So I hope they're being smart. Otherwise, they're just being unknowingly smart. It's still smart. We have a few sets as well that I posted about earlier. I think it was Venom and Minecraft Dungeons. They're the ones that I know about. Hello there, no worries, Snow. Stay as long as you're late, you can always come back. Make sure you note down what time you left, and it's easier to jump back if you do have a second. And then we mess up the build, you can skip that when you're watching back. Are we in focus? We are, yes. Okay, had to check. Lego charge your account 5 times for Minas Tirith. And still you didn't receive a single order confirmation. Does that mean Lord of the Rings is popular? But I got chills from that. 700 times 5. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Good thing with Lego is correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think the money comes out. Saying that, when's the last time I've placed an order through Lego? No, it might do. I know with some of the smaller toy stores like Smith's and that, they take the money out straight away. So if you're accidentally charged, it comes out. But yeah, still, the risk. Not worth it, is it? 5 Minas Tiriths. Ooh, ouch. Be patient. That's the worst thing they can say. Be patient. Patience. We got things to... I don't know why I'm pointing at another UCS set. We've got other things to spend our money on. Besides Lego, there are things more valuable. Oh, good luck. Hopefully it all resolves. I think Lego customer service is amazing, so I think they could throw in a little something if they find a spare one, or there's a Lego store that hasn't given out all of its midnight release gift with purchases. I personally think they should slot that in. Actually, there's nothing exclusive. They should slot in the parts for the extra on and be like, oh, so sorry for the mix up, or give you a sal, give you more money back. Yeah, that would be cool. Oh. All right, so I wasn't clear on my desk through any of that, but you didn't know it was messy because most of you got slapped with those many YouTube ads. I do still have, actually, I literally picked up my phone a second ago, and when I say I haven't touched it since, what stream was that? That must have been, I'm pretty sure that's where we left off. Like, I haven't even zoomed, changed the page. I'm pretty sure that's exactly... Oh, look, there's a little light strip around the window. That's exactly where we left off on the last stream. Just give it a little clean. It's looking a bit dirty. I should be on top of that. Yes, we're continuing with the Razor Crest, hoping to have it built by the end of today for Mando Monday. And don't forget, if you've got a Discord, there is that link as well on screens. The Discord is still a very much work in progress. It will always be a work in progress, but at the minute it's a working progress. There is progress being made, and I am working on that mainly today. I've literally put full attention to the Discord today, so I am quite proud of it. Go check it out. If you don't have a Discord and you don't want to sign up, don't worry, there's not going to be too much exclusivity on there. I mean, channel members will still get a sneak peek. I'll try to keep that in the YouTube community posts, and the Discord is more of a way of talking with other members in the community, because even YouTube posts are awkward at best. Trying to have a conversation on YouTube posts, you can have comment threads, but it's not the same, is it? We all know it is definitely not the same. Yeah, I think I need a bag for these, and I don't have a bag about, so land speeder will do. What I remember from the Razor Crest, this is our modified Razor Crest. Like the U-wing, we've hollowed it out and made the front removable so we can add a little scene on the underside. What I remember is there was this really cool pattern that we will... Oh no, there was something on the top here. There was something on the top here. I don't even know where I put those bricks. Oh, I found the slope bricks for them. Oh, I think I might have left them in the other room, actually. I think I might have left them somewhere. It was this 1x6 slope. I think it was in dark bluish grey as well. I can't remember where I put it, so I might have a look for that. That can go on afterwards anyway, because we've got a big old plate to add. Is that everything? Oh, there's a few little bits down here. Cleared most of it. Might as well clear the rest. And I've still got those... What are they called? Micro Galaxy Squadrons. Still got those on the desk. I'm working on that 3D printed display. I might grab one of the displays from Smith's so that we can get that up. And I will be bringing up the June 1st sets. There are so many. There did turn out to be nearly 100, if not over 100. Well, let's switch that to live chat so we're not missing any messages. Definitely should give Moonshoes the VIP points equivalent to 3,500 on top of the money back. This isn't or Lego. Yeah, Lego are good with their customer service, which is nice. It sucks that Lego are being bombarded right now because of the Bricks and Figs case, but you know, I think that comes with it, doesn't it? A lot of people see the word Lego, especially in news titles. There are so many news companies using the name Lego and Star Wars. Lego and Star Wars have been brought into it, but I haven't seen on Star Wars social media posts anywhere near the harassment of Lego. It's crazy. I feel so bad for the Lego team, all because of the Lego logo plastered everywhere. I mean, they're not... No, they are. In this case, they are completely innocent. Lego had no hand in this, and they're not supporting it. But I won't talk too much on it today, because it is getting quite depressing how long that case is going without anything coming of it. It's crazy. I'm actually going to do a video tomorrow talking about... There's so many good points. Actually, shout out chat and shout out the comments on that video. Just before we get into it, there are a ton of really good points and some questions as well that I want to clarify on the video that I did. And I will do a video, another little bonus video, just going through most of the comments, because I pride myself on answering all the comments, or at least, you know, looking at all the comments and reading them. And hopefully... I won't put it out Wednesday. I don't look at anything Wednesdays, so it'll probably be out Thursday. Stay tuned for that. Not really an update on the case or anything, because you can follow that elsewhere. But yes, at least answering the comments. There's a few like unrelated ones as well that I just want to get to. I've seen them all pop up. Last I checked, there were 30 something comments on that video. and they were all pretty quick back to back, and a few of them are repeats. So yeah, I'll get around to answering them, but today is all about the Razor Crest. So, oh, that's not the one I wanted. Oh yeah, I did say about taking a look at some of the new sets as well. Let's start off with the Venom bust. Get building this really sleek detail on top. Actually, I'm going to start with the yellow slopes. See what we got for yellow slopes, because I might need a 1x3 if we don't have any of these angles. Or which way do they go in? They go outwards. Yes, okay, I'm going to use a pale yellow one instead. What do we think of Venom? I wasn't a fan of Yoda's bust. Vader's looked cool, but I was a fan of Spider-Man and Iron Man. And I think this is an exclusive Venom. I'm printing nothing on the legs. I quite like Venom. More than I like Spider-Man. And it's technically the first Venom movie set, albeit... Oh no, that's the Venom movie logo. Yeah, it's the first Venom movie set, which is an impressive feat. Because, oh, I forgot to put the table up. That's right. We haven't had anything from the Venom movie. Somehow, Lego got away without it. Well, up until now, but third movie's been out now. That's my only worry for these. How much is this set going to be hit by the fact that the Venom movies are out? And, you know, if you want to see them, you've already seen them, and people have built their own merch just because this wasn't available when the movie was out. Oh, tempted to put a tile there. I think I'll stick with a 1x4. It's nice to see that Lego get around to it eventually. What isn't nice to see, I think, is just how long it takes, because Lego's getting expensive, but I still like picking up a Lego set. I still want to pick up Lego sets. I still want to buy Lego sets. Oh yeah, I cut myself there. I've got to be careful with that. And if I'm building things before Lego are coming out with a set, I suppose to a degree, yes, a set's not going to come out straight away. A set takes a lot longer than just a mock on a video. I can stream the same night something releases and get the video out by the next day. That's stressful. I will not be doing that for many things, but you know, that's a possibility because it's on the side of content creation as opposed to trying to market these sets. Instructions, they might take a few more days. But Lego have such a process. But we're talking about Venom. Venom that is grey, not light bluish grey. That's old grey. Venom that's been out for 3 movies. Venom that's had plenty of chance of a set. They've even worked him into some of the comic sets. Peter Parker's apartment style sets. And not given us a Venom like this. So it's a big step for Lego actually coming out with a Venom set. That could mean, when did Venom come out? Venom 3 came out October 2024, 2 years later. 2 years later. So what Star Wars shows have we had? No. What Star Wars shows have we had in the last 2 years? We've had... Oh, Ninth Jedi's this year. Maul. We could get a Maul set next year or the year after. I think with season 2 that's looking likely. I think they've confirmed that now for April next year. We don't have a date, but I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that it was same time next year. Maybe that wasn't official. Young Jedi Adventures, we could get a 3rd set for that. Season 3 was last year. Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Underworld, we could still get sets from them. I think we would have seen it for Empire. So Tales of the Underworld could still get a set. Yeah, it's a bit late for a 3rd Bad Batch set, but it's possible. That's just a handful of the shows that we've got recently to show it's possible. It's possible and probable given the Venom bust, which is exciting. The money doesn't come out, but the funds are frozen. Yes, yeah, the bank does do that. Ouch. So at least the money's not come out yet. You know, we're making the best of a worse situation. Lego no for next time now. Wonder how that's happened. Yes, it's time for the great. That's why I wasn't doing that. There we go. That is fine. Reason why I wasn't putting this in, and same actually goes for this. I don't think I was meant to put a 1x4, but I did it anyway. And I think I'm going to keep it there. Is because we needed a bracket. Yeah, a bracket with nipple tiles, and then I was going to look at adding something to the nipple tiles. Now, I think, is that bracket, can you see the device? Yeah, you can kind of see it. Not as good as if it was on screen, but it is a lot nicer to be building. So the bracket's in the middle of this design, and we can put a 1x4 over the top with 2 1x2s hanging in the balance. We don't need to fill in everything. We can get away without half of it. So round edges, ingots on the front, is it? Definitely an ingot front and back, and then they've rounded off the corners as well. I'm going to whack a 2x4 in the middle. I don't think we're going to need these studs. Ingots, tile, and 1x4. Oh, saying that, let's make that 1x4 a tile as well, for the same reasons. Get a packet of noodles for breakfast as all the bread's gone mouldy. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being mouldy, you know, as myself, but I hate it when the bread, the worst thing is when it's on its final day. Some bread will last forever, but when it's on its final day and you're like, oh, that should be all right, and then it goes mouldy. No, I have a problem with that bread. Nothing worse than wasting a bad bit of bread. Or the mold wasting a good bit of bread. Good for compost maybe, but I'm not growing my own bread. With how much bread I eat, it might be efficient for me to have my own bread farms. Supply the local area and all. For the price of a Lego set. It's expensive bread. The whole bricks and figs scandal is getting more and more insane. Yeah, it feels like publicity on both sides, honestly. And I know the problem with it. Well, I don't know, but I feel like it's not. I feel like the reason I think it's not just one big drama scandal for the bunch of them to get a Netflix deal is because they'd have done it so much better. I think they would have done it so much better if any of them were doing this on purpose. I just think, first off, I think a lot of people involved I think a lot of people involved don't understand the way the internet works as it does, and it's been quite good for getting people together against certain ideals, which I'm all for that. But also, it's going on way too long. Like, why hasn't anyone stepped in at any point? I think it's just because there's so much nonsense on the internet. The right people just don't come across this because they're busy getting their memes on TikTok, scrolling through. And yeah, that's all I'm seeing now. Whenever you bring up whenever I search for Lego, I tend to see what people are talking about from time to time, or even just on the news. The amount of articles I've been just like on. I mean, I don't look at the news for the most part, but there's been a few stories that have piqued my interest. And then corner of the screen, I will see Lego scandal or Lego Star Wars set stolen. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Ah. Lego does have its own problems, yeah. It doesn't need this. I can't believe Lego are kind of getting thrown in. It would be surprising because and this is like the staff at BAM and everything. No, BAM is Lego's acronym. We can't say B&M because that's a UK store. We can't say BAM because that's a Lego thing. Bricks and Figs is quick enough. the problem with them is they're throwing Lego around left, right, and center. And it is just that key word. They're hoping that enough people see Lego and will see their side of the story that... I think that's what it is, especially with... I saw the police put something out. I feel like the only thing that does is tries to get people on their side. It is like kids in a playground. I feel like that's my take on it. Kids in a playground going, oh no, I'm right, you're wrong. And then they've made a video so that the people that aren't involved, haven't seen anything yet, see that first and go, oh, that sucks, and don't look into it. And then if they're asked, they're gonna side with it's a psychology thing, but either way, I'm just done with it now. Someone needs to step in and solve it. I don't have the power to influence that on a legal level, but it's nice that a few more people are talking about donations. It is nice. I'm still yet to see a donation for the... Like I said, I'm going to talk about this on the video, but I just want to bring up about the GoFundMe. Thank you to everyone that's been signposting me to the GoFundMe. But it is for legal. It is for legal fees. None of that actually goes to the person. I still think, and I have no contact with the person. I can't set up a GoFundMe because I don't know who the person is for. I don't want to bog in none of that. And even GoFundMe, I don't know the percentages they take. Maybe they're pretty good. But the whole thing is nuts. How it's unfolding, it is crazy. Wait, you are there, but how are you there if there's nothing? Maybe there was meant to be a little raise, was there? Yes, there is meant to be a little raise, a little something there. I can get one of the opposite wedges, or I can get a triangle. Let's see what triangles we got in a light bluish grey. Ooh. You know, definitely for a company of bricks and figs, $200,000 is peanuts. It is. It's still a lot of money to some of the people working in stores and that, but on a company level, the fact that it's also easier for them to just give the value, but I think that's what they're arguing on. The value either wasn't exact or things change. And yeah, you know what, I'll get into it on the video because there is something very particular about that contract that I want to talk about. I think they're just trying to find loopholes. The problem is, I don't think there's loopholes, and I'm not a legal expert, thankfully for both sides. Yeah, I don't think there's loopholes. Not the ones they're trying to use. It started off quite funny watching it go down because, and I'm sure even in America, it can be quite scary when you see things happening like that. Hopefully you're all staying safe, but even in America, there are certain articles you'll see and from other states. And it is a little, this one I don't think was as funny because 200,000, sorry, is a lot personally, but there's certain articles you see, and this has dragged on so long. It's about Legos. It's about Legos. It's different if they want the Legos. It's harder to do. It's a physical product. This is about money. This is about money. Not only could a big company that racks in millions a year, at least, just give out 200,000, but they could give out 250,000 with an NDA. They could give out, they could pay people off with that sort of money. So why haven't they? Have they tried to show themselves as good, but with evil intentions? How does that work? I'm not seeing the other set, the other new set. Come on. Oh, even Venom's not. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, I'm not for paying people off. That is wrong. That is not the right thing to do. but yeah, it's odd how long this has lasted. I'll tell you what I need. I need 2x3s first. In that case, I'm going to whack a 2x2 in front. I think there's more 2x2s in the other section. In the other tub, there is 2x2s, 3s, 4s, and mores. And a perfect double pair. I only need one for now, but I know there's a pair in there for later. I need to do that with more wedges, pair them up, fold them in halves. From a certain point of view, like, that is exactly the problem with certain points of view, yeah. What I told you was true from a certain point of view. They just keep saying, I said this. So what I told you was true from a certain point of view. It just turns out I was wrong. You'd never hear that. I've been seeing a lot of other... I was following along with... I don't know if you've seen it. We'll get into the warden in a second. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a lady that was stopped. Phone in hand, except for the fact, whilst driving. She was stopped whilst driving, phone in hand, except for the fact she didn't have a hand on the arm in question. And the officer kept saying, funnily enough, kept saying, that's what I said. That's what I said. Despite the fact that what he said was clearly wrong, he kept using that as an argument. That's what I said. As if that changes anything. Which, you know, if he was trying to own up and say, oh, that's what I said, it was wrong, my bad, fair enough. But no, the argument was, that's what I said. I just don't see how... It weren't valid, it got thrown out, but I don't see how you can make that argument with a straight face. I couldn't. I just couldn't. That's what I said. Oh, it's just not an argument. How? Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's really not, but as long as you don't think about it too much, able to do what you can about it. I think very much it's a reputation thing. Yeah, I think it is a case of, oh, when you're wrong, you're always wrong, which isn't how it works. If you're never wrong, then you probably don't know a lot. And that's not an insult on intelligence. Genuinely, if you're not wrong, you've probably not tried a lot. In which case, how are you going to know? How are you going to know things if you don't push limits within laws? Within laws. We're not breaking the law to find out why it's illegal, but at the same time, it wouldn't be illegal if someone hadn't tried it, right? Laws aren't passed because it's scary or because it doesn't smell good. The laws are passed because it's happened and it's bad. Whatever happened is bad. We don't want it happening again. Let's make it illegal and no one will want to do it. There are a few exceptions of weird ones. We've all watched those YouTube videos, 5 laws that exist that shouldn't and why, or little videos like that, or at least I've watched those. Really entertaining stuff. All right, this is the back, but we need a bracket, do we? Or do we need brackets? Oh, bracket. I think they're actually got some snot bricks in there. I'm going to go with a bracket. I'm going to go... Oh, if only we got a 2x4 underneath it. I need a 2x4 bracket that folds up. Let me show you what I mean. So this is a 2x4 bracket. And this kind of goes one up. I need a 2x4 bracket that goes up like that. Stud on top. Or stud in the bracket bit. It goes up like that. And then that would be perfect for these angles. I know we've got the 2 slopes that also work. But then we're leaving 1 stud on the side. Oh, no, 2 studs. Oh. So that's what I'll do. I'll use that. Oh. Didn't want to do that. Use that, and then 1, 2. Oh, hold on. We kind of expanded this, didn't we? Well, we did expand it. I forgot about that. So this should be a 1x6. Oops. This should be a 1x6, not a 2x6. And then we've made it level again. We've just pushed half the roof back. Yeah, and then this will secure on. Oh, but now it's a 1x. But this goes right out to the edge. But it's 2 studs secured in. It goes right out to the edge. And there's a 1x. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I need to expand that. Oh, I need to expand it by 6. I think we built this one closer. Why do I need to expand it though? Either way, I've confused myself here now. Yeah, I'm going to grab some of the other brackets that have the 1x2. Yeah. Part of their training. It feels like it sometimes, doesn't it? Yeah, there were a few comments as well about the British police as well. And I have had quite a few instances and experiences with the British police just through, you know, being around, and especially where I grew up, you tended to bump into police quite a bit, and they were quite nosy. The police are always quite nosy. But I don't think I've really had a bad experience. Yes, there have been experiences that aren't good and that personally I think have been a little weird, but never has it been a bad experience like this. It would never make the news. It would never, not even by mention, it wouldn't be anywhere near this. And that's the part that shocks me. That's the part that is just crazy to me. It's nuts how this has been captured. And yes, the footage is edited to make for an entertaining video. That is one problem I have with things online, in the sense of, because there's a lot of us just filming things for entertainment. Half the things I'll say have been, you know, worded in a way that makes it a lot funnier than the situation actually is. But it still happened. These videos still happened. They are proof of that. What if? We'll look at that in a sec. What if, I'm going to say it in case I forget to look at it. This 1x2, you could swap that 1x1 out for a bracket. And then I'm wondering if a plate would fit in there, or because it's not a full stud. We don't have a full stud. If we use a bracket, it might be enough for a toe, or we could just get a 1x2. We've got a modified piece, 1x2, 1x1, 2 plates tall. 1x1 brick, but it's not quite the height of a brick, and squeeze that in there, and that just will fill it up, stop there being any gaps, and will bug me less. But I think that's this top bit done, except for those 2 slopes on the underside, and they plate off the whole thing. We haven't plated off any of it. You could run a 6x6 square plate there. I want to keep it hollow because I'm assuming it locks in with these slopes, the ramp that we've got. And then we've just got a bit more space on the interior. We can hang something from the top, maybe even get a net in there. Nice little reference. Like all things, police are a vital part of society, but can be corrupted. Yeah, a lot of systems are corrupted. And it's how they deal with the corruption, which is hard, because for the general public, something like the police that is relied on by a great many people, yeah, we don't need more pins. This thing's secure. What just fell in here? Oh, it's the windows. I didn't put the windows away. Yeah, forget that I have other things. Well, that's not displayed, but I do forget that I have other things displayed. I've just knocked over 2 minifigures, a little build, 2 more minifigures, a bigger build. You've got a base. Maybe that was over to start off with. So let's not be throwing around Lego builds now. Oh yes, police corruption. If you come out and say, oh yeah, so-and-so's corrupted, it can ruin the image and have detrimental effects, because then you've got people going around saying, oh, this is corrupt, where, well, no, there's a vein of corruption. It's like mining for diamonds in Minecraft. You don't find a diamond and say, oh, this cave's diamonds. This cave cannot be diamonds. Diamonds are found in this cave, just like corruption's found everywhere. You just got to balance it out with better stuff. That's one of the interesting parts about The Last Jedi, and about specifically, if you've seen like the behind the scenes of The Last Jedi, you'll probably have seen Rian Johnson speaking a lot about balance, so much so that you probably don't care about balance anymore. But he always wanted to get a point apart. He always wanted to get across. Kenobi was corrupt to a degree. He was ignorant of Leia. Yoda was corrupt to a degree. He thought everyone could be, everyone could be saved, brought back to the light. And it's just not always the case. There are always people that are going to be, well, everything's always in motion. I'm a big believer in that. But also, no, you don't have someone that is a do-gooder without some sort of bad experience at the very least. I don't even know where these Technic pieces are. I hope they're in here. And that's something that I took away from The Last Jedi. Despite the fact that some of the other things I didn't really agree with, it was that fact. And then you go back, and I did a whole deep dive into Kenobi's character, which led to the fan theory. This is back in the What If days. One of the most popular ones, actually one of the most popular ones was what if, oh, it was something about Padme killing Anakin, and it was going down that road. That was fun. But one of the other ones was what if Kenobi went to the dark side? And I watched Clone Wars again and saw all the choices he made and was like, there was this temptation in Kenobi's character, especially around Mandalore. So what if he gave into it? And Empire, when Kenobi comes back and is speaking to Luke. Was it Empire? No, Return of the Jedi. There are some things that he says that are like, So putting that in a young Kenobi head, and these are doubts from being on Tatooine and being alone for so long. But if he'd thought that in the Clone Wars, it would have been so much different. Particularly last 5 years. The good thing with certain levels of corruption, crazy, is a lot of it is made public now. And so many records even are then put out once they're either solved or solved to a degree. They're then let out for the public to see. And then it brings questions. People like to theorize, and sometimes those theories are just too good. So even the police are like, wait, let's check up on this again. I can't find the 1x3 Technic pieces, so I'm going to substitute it with a 1x2. This is to connect on the base of the front of the Razor Crest. That's what this is. This is the foot. So this gives us some extra studs. What I might do, we've got the 1x3 going underneath to connect the two halves. I don't think that's important. It might be, so we could use a 2x3 or something, but we've got the two 1x4s on the base, and they run along the top. So rather than that, this will be here. I could just slope them down, or I could include a 1x2 and then a 1x3 tile underneath. Let's see how well held together they are with just the slope. Already missing the table, and it's only been up like once or twice. Oh, plenty of these in grey. We need them for the other leg. And then, I don't know where the feet are. I read the comment, where was it? About, we had the policeman who kidnapped and assaulted the lady a couple years back. I kind of forget about it because it's because it's not frequent enough to be like, oh, this again, you know. Thankfully, it's not that bad. I think America's a big place. It looks that bad in America because of how big America is. But I'd be willing to say I don't think it's worse than it is better. You know, the police are doing so much every day, and I'm not a massive fan of the police, but there are some good news stories that go under the radar. Just because these ones are of more importance in the sense of, if football-wise someone was to score a good goal, nice. If VAR was to overrule a decision later on in the game, that's the more important one. Even though that goal could have been goal of the season, people are going to care more about the decision, whether it's good or not. I don't think. Well, I mean, good is just a point of view, isn't it, in that case? Especially with football. Good. Depends which team got the goal, how good it is. Usually if it's your team, you're all right with it. If it's someone else's, then it's not. Speaking of, did anyone watch Soccer Aid? Did anyone watch Soccer Aid yesterday? I don't know how far Soccer Aid reaches out to Europe, the rest of the world, the Americas, but Soccer Aid's a charity match that goes on in the UK. I went to see it, must have been about 2 years ago, and that's why I've got the England shirt on today, because England won, the England 11. We did it. But that had a oh, I love that. It was like watching football when I was growing up. It did have a ref decision that, actually, I think first half, second half, they may have balanced each other out. But it did have some decisions that people weren't too fond of. And the difference with that is because they didn't allow VAR, and it was just the ref's decision after the match. Oh no, they got it wrong. And also, I think it's because it's for charity and it's raising money. You know, there's no trophy on the line. There's a win, which is kind of important, but it's more of like a game win, like a video game. If you're playing it story mode offline and then you do something that has a negative impact, yeah, I'm just like, oh well. Whereas if I'm on a multiplayer game or if I'm online and I do something that has some sort of negative impact, oh yeah, that's the little window for the escape pod. I don't think we're getting the window there. I don't think the window would fit. Although if the window did fit, I would go with, I'm not sure if these parts exist, a 2x4 jumper. That one exists. And then on that top stud, I would angle a transparent 2x2 round tile. That would be the most accurate, I think. I'm trying to think now. The old Razor Crest playset came with an escape pod that fit. I had Groove Carga in it. I don't know why. No one uses the escape pod, do they? I think it just gets blown up. Yeah, so seeing these slopes at the front is making me realize I missed the slopes at the back. So show me where they go on. No. Show me where they go on. No stickers here. Might part that piece out. And I'm going to shimmy back here to see 2 studs from the end. We've got a massive slope that I don't even know where that slope is. I don't know where to begin to look unless it's in one of these drawers, in which case I know exactly where to begin to look because I'll look in one of these drawers. There's a few of these. Oh, that one's got a sticker. That's the ATAT. Nope, ATTE. A few of those. I feel like it's oh all sensitive or what? There we go. Slopes. Hey. You get sovereign citizens. That sovereign is like royalty, isn't it? Sovereign citizens. Is it not just, see, sovereign is something I associate with royalty, And I can't explain why. I think I heard the words in connection, never defined it for myself. I'm not going to search a sovereign citizen, just in case someone's already telling me in chat. But I do want to know, how do I spell it? I still spell it. I missed the second E. Sovereign is, it's derived from Latin, super anus. All right, I'm not making this up. It is. Wait, what? Oh, AI overview. Wait, but isn't this? Oh, didn't learn to press that. Okay, this is still not what I've got that pops up. Wait, why did I get the butt joke on the account that I'm logged in on? Definition. Origin. I search for the origin of words a lot. That might be what it is. Yeah, this isn't verbatim what it is, but it's probably pulled it from the site that I've got it. Look. To the vulgar Latin, super, meaning above or over, and anus being super anus. Latin anus. Oh, that's why. Why? No. Ring circle, the super circle. Oh, and that's where we get our word for anus. This is stream Google, by the way. I don't use this outside of stream, so we have just polluted it. It's not safe anymore. Why do I get the butt joke on mine though? What's up with that? It's the origin. Okay, I searched that a lot. Hello there, welcome to the stream. Anyone that's joining, hello there. Odron. Thank you so much. You lost the old lines. I tell you what, drop me a message on, you could join the Discord, to be fair. I don't know if I can access the private chats on that. Drop me a message on Instagram and I'll be able to send you the files to save you trying to clip them back. And I can get in the zone for it. 1x5 tile. And that 1x5 tile means that I'm going to need a 1x7 tile underneath. Or I get a stud in there. Or I just ignore a stud and add... yeah, but what would I add? No, I'll probably add a cheese slope or something on the end. So I need a 1x3 plate again. Just put that one back. Yeah, 1x4 tile again, and then a 1x1 cheese slope. I like the sound of that. Oh, wait, 1x1 space in the middle, and more characters. Oh, let me switch it up. There. Yeah, drop me a message, and I will get to it. My voice is not in its prime shape right now. Well, I don't know. I beg to differ in a few hours. Cheese slope doesn't look as good. I might level it with one. This is the back of the ship. But I'm trying to stay away from 1x1s. I don't mind the odd stud just because we do need that stud connection on the bottom. Cheese slope's cool. Or I could do, oh no, we want a tile to go over this plate here, just for security on the back, because those slopes with the bricks that we're adding, and then with a ramp underneath, hold on, we could get, instead of the 6, we could get a 2x6 wedge, because that would cover the Technic holes, wouldn't it? I do have the Razor Crest up like last week so that I could have a little look. Let me bring that up for us all to see. the back of the Razor Crest. Oh, the doors cover it. I was going to add a slope here to cover the Technic holes. And what I might do instead is see if we can get some 1x2s there. I might even just move this all back one. I could move this back, still get the 4 slope, and then add some door rails just underneath to fill out this gap, or we could add a plate under to the side, like a bracket. And between a bracket and door rails at the minute, bracket would work. What we've got in the 6 here, so we'll basically just undo everything we've just done. There are a few Legos you're debating on getting. Oh, which ones? Can't leave us on that. One of them is the Fast and Furious Charger. You're a huge muscle car fan. I can see that being a big one. Is that the Technic one, the new Technic one? Because I think they've just redone the bigger model of that. And they do look cool. I'm not a car guy, but I said when we went to the convention, we went to a convention, I don't know when, I think it was last year, and there were a load of the cars lined up. Someone had a ton of them built, and they did look good. Never would I want something like that, because again, it's just not for me, but I have to admit, they look good. They did look really good. Ooh, what if we keep the 6 on the bottom? No, wait. Yeah, no. We'll keep the 6 on the bottom. I'm onto something here. I'm cooking. And then we have a bracket on top. So we have a 1x2 still. And then a bracket on top coming down, or down going up. I think up coming down is better. We could even put the bracket in the front and add a 1x2 brick. How have we swung that one? A 1x2 brick on the back little side here. On the Super Anus. Do I have 1x2 still? Or did I put them all? I put them all away. Let's see if there's a stack of grey. No, I'm going to have to pull you out. Right, don't want masonry. Oh, don't want you. Just want grey 1x2. And then a bracket. I think the bracket coming down will be better where we've got the slope. We don't want it sticking out too much. Oh, yeah. Oops. The other is the Spider-Man 3 set and the Spider-Man train scene. The Spider-Man 3, that's the little battle diorama, isn't it? That's a good one. I've got that on the side. I'm still working on the best, my favorite way, I should say, to display it, because I have a vision for it. And I think I packed everything in too close rather than spread it out as I should have done. Drop me a message, Odran, and I will get back to it. 2 other sets, 7/6. Oh, we got to bring these up now. Thank you. Let's have a look. 76334. Any guesses as to what that is? 7/6. 7/6 Marvel. Hey, this is the set. This is such a good set. Yeah, I picked this up full price. 20 quid is a steal for this. And I like the feature in the back, which isn't, I don't think it's an advertised feature. It's more of a works for display, and I turned it into a play feature. The angle that you get, there's a little Technic bit that does technically fold. I think it's a good play feature when the taxi's on. And then I combine this with the taxi. It's very fragile. I'm going to reinforce it. And I think I'm actually going to scrap the taxi base because you can't get any Technic into the bottom. I'm going to build it myself, add maybe some Technic plates and get like a rod up one of these, because you can fit a Technic axle up here. And then if you work that into the base, you're solidifying it. Just making sure it's not going to fall anywhere. And yes, the train. Never got around to building that. If I get a motorized train one day, I will build this. And I'll probably work the train around the subway. Either that or the English subway. London subway, TfL, Underground, that's the one. It'll be one of the two. All right, now, now we're on the front, which we have a 2x4. I don't even remember what we were putting on this thing. Oh, we've got to rotate it. No, not a 2x4. That's interesting, because that would set it up above everything else. Isn't this to be set down though? This is the handy thing with this app. No, it's not to be set down. It is to be set up. We want it running higher and higher. Best thing here is no studs left over. Let's use the 1x3s though, because then whatever we connect to the top will be secured. And I'll add a stud. I might change that for a plate now. How far does a 6 go? 6 goes not far enough. I need a maybe a 6 and another 3. Maybe what's the cockpit gonna have? And will this will pull up if it sticks out. Yeah, 6 is good right now. Shame about those yellow stripes. But at least we've got the side of the cockpit covered, and where the cockpit actually goes on, let's not stop this from popping off. It's not very secure right now. I might change the 1x3 for a 2x3, or at least get some more studs on the side, and then swap the bracket for a 2x4. Maybe the plate on the bracket can be swapped, because that would stop it bending over like so. But even then, the brackets themselves aren't secured as well as we would like. So at the minute it's fragile. Let's keep on, see what we can do, and had to rush to the station to buy votes in the upcoming election. Make public transport free for 2 months. Free for 2 months. Oh, I have seen in London. Oh, we didn't even put these on or get the tiles. Let's do that. I have seen in London they announced actually there were a few private companies that became public, and I think included in that were some travel companies. But they've also, anyone traveling around London, especially like the Lego store and that, they've made it so that, now what was it? Let's see if I can remember exactly what, not verbatim, but see if I remember the idea. It was the daily cap. Now this is weekends over the summer holiday. This is the busiest weekends. They've made it so that the fare for public transport, this is some trains, most buses, and like the trams, the cable cars, ferries not included, are the price of a single fare. So if you've hopped on a bus once or that, hopping on again won't cost you any extra. That was cool. I don't know the extent of it, but that was cool. Now that it's back up, you haven't gotten used to topping up your funds again. Thanks for hanging. Don't forget to top up your funds. We can probably see most of the other details from here. This lines up perfectly. So if it doesn't line up on ours, we're going to have to sort that out. But, wait, it lines up perfectly. Why are we connecting it to the top? Why aren't we connecting these to the sides? If it lines up perfectly, is it because you can't get a plate underneath this? This is the highest. But you can get wedges. We can get wedges and we can get the yellow stripes. That's pending. We might replace these. And that would be so much more helpful, popping these off as well. Give us the plates. Come on. Make us build one of the sides. We've done the top. Don't give us the engines. Either give us this side or this side. I don't even want the boarding ramp yet. Let's keep going. You remember building a wrestling ring out of Lego and using shoelaces as the ropes? That's a good part to use, actually. That's pretty cool. This is the front. This is the front piece there. So we're going to need a lot of those 3x4s. Good thing I totally remember where I put those. For sure. How could I forget? They're in this drawer right here. Told you I remembered. Luckiest drawer pull on the street. I told you, it's extreme luck. Extreme luck, chat. Can't beat it. We need a U, and I see a 1x10 in there. 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. You are the piece I'm looking for. I'm holding you so awkwardly. There we go. I tried to pick them both up. This one was going this way. That tub was going that way. And we were on the road for disaster. No worries. Don't forget to message. And yeah, love to do the lines. The voice lines, YouTube. The voice lines. They're the lines we're talking about. Come on now. All right. We have the Warden. An hour in, and we've spoken about Venom. There are a load of other sets that have been announced on other platforms, and I'm going to pull up the page. Actually, I'm going to pull up Reddit, because it seems like everyone in the community has already done the work for getting those together. Wait a second, before we get to the Warden, that's like bluish grey. For some reason, I thought that was black. Maybe I just saw the black pieces in here and was like, oh, that's a good choice. No, I don't think it was a good choice. I got more of the grey bars in the other variety. There we are. Grey 1x2 modified bars. And then I'm building this mirror image so that I can say I've done the next piece. But I don't think the app has a skip. So I might have to just spam the arrow in the corner. So the Warden is a set that was announced on Minecraft Live. I didn't tune into it this year because I didn't realize it was happening. Wait, Razor Crest has 2? Yeah, you do. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not see you there. So, if that wedge is on the Razor Crest, sorry if the fan's blowing into the mic right now. If that wedge is on the bottom of the Razor Crest door, why haven't we done the same on the Razor Crest top half? And do I need to extend this plate out, don't I? Because you've got a few more plates here. But I'm assuming that this is the one. Oh no, this fills in the bottom. Ooh, so we could just have a 1x4 and just skip out completely on the sides. Like all of this I'm talking about removing. Because the 4s, they would fill the seats as long as I had maybe a door rail to stop it going in completely. We need a door rail front and bottom. And then, oh, this sticks out. So where would we have our wedge? Let's get another wedge so we can run that through. Do I have any unstickered wedges? Because I have this that I think is from the ATTE with a sticker on it that I just haven't removed. And I wonder if I've got others that have stickers that haven't been removed. Oh, there's a piece. Black and white, but not a lot in grey. Actually, I think there are no more in grey. Come on, one more. Oh yeah, one. I needed one more of them, but I didn't mean one more of them. I meant one more of the big guys. I'm going to check the other drawer. If not,
I know I have some. I'll find them later. No, not in this one. Not in that one.
I bet it's down there with the other sticker pieces. Does this work for this side? No. So this would go there. We'd have 3. I suppose you have 5 plates, haven't you? You got 5 and a bit, 5.5 plates. You got a plate at the bottom. Focus, focus, focus. So anyway, the warden. This warden's like double the size. But the warden, no, it's not. It's double the scale of the other warden. And it's from Dungeons, so the warden in that might be bigger. But that was my favorite image, this one. It has enough space in the inside to swallow a minifigure. I kind of want this set. I shouldn't. I've never played Minecraft Dungeons. Has anyone played it? Can anyone recommend Minecraft Dungeons? Because that'll give me a reason to play it. You never played Minecraft Dungeons? Never really even looked into it. I know that sounds crazy considering how much I love Minecraft, but I never played story mode either. So never got into playing any of the Minecraft spin-off games. It's a bit like Tetris. You just can't beat the original. Is this where the blaster sits? I'm realizing that I've only built it out 3, but I wanted to build it out 4. You've been very awkward here, Razor Crest. I'll have to add some 1x5s up the side, or hear me out, move that across one and double the single. So where's the other door? I've literally doubled that 1x10, and I think that's perfect. That then holds the top, the bottom, which isn't at the bottom, it's just near the bottom, and whatever this is as well. Another slope on the inside, and then tiles. Do we need those tiles at the back? And okay, we do need, well, no, actually that could be a tile. All right, this is for the blaster. So we don't really need it at the back, but I am gonna still add that. Possibly even get some sort of 2x3 across there, because this is all built up. Another one. Maybe we don't need to build it up all the way because of the blaster being here. It doesn't stick out much, does it? But does it stick out more than it needs to? If we could recess this, maybe we should build the blaster first. I don't know about the figures in the Minecraft set. I was just talking with Tinks last night, this morning, yesterday morning, I don't remember, about, don't remember when, about how all the Minecraft skins have references. So you've got Kai from Ninjago is the red ninja in Minecraft, and I assume these will follow the same. They might relate to characters in the game, and again, having not played the game, I would have no idea what the characters are, who the characters are. Let's check if they're named. Believe it was yesterday night. There you go. I knew it was one of them. Did I say one of them? Did I say this morning? Last night? Yeah. Must have said it. Should we see if they got a name? Normally they say 4 skins. The designers say, oh, Kellen, Ren, Flores, and Valerie from the game. There you go. You got the names of the characters. I don't even know if this game's out yet, but I love the weapons. They don't have the scythe here. Oh, what's this? Wait a sec, there are a ton of weapons. I think they've already been seen. Some of these have in Lego form. You've got like the hammer from the game, not in base Minecraft. These are not exclusive to the set, I don't think. They've been seen in other ones, like the scythe was in the farmer's one. And I don't even know what that was meant to... Oh, that's the scythe. You can hold the scythe with a like reverse grip. Awesome. That'd be sick to see in Minecraft. Maybe I gotta get on this game. What is it? Minecraft Dungeons, wasn't it? Minecraft Dungeons 2. Maybe I gotta have a little look into it. It does sound super fun. I have seen bits of Minecraft Dungeons, the first game. Loads of people sponsored to play that. So it popped up all over my page. And it did look pretty fun. It reminded me of like a Diablo style game. I do quite like a bit of Diablo. But yeah, we got the little build. The warden's just consuming someone. Oh, I love that. And I do want to know, like, these teeth bits in the belly, if they look like they're just on a Technic core going through the middle, and they're free to move to they have friction pigeons, friction pins on them, but I don't know if they'd be fixed if they try and double it up or not. I don't know, and we won't know until we see the set. So I will be keeping an eye on this one in particular. What do I need? Light bluish grey, 2x3. So much easier on the computer. I think it was light bluish grey, and brackets and jumpers. Both sides. Any more? Nope. Could use snot bricks. They would have kept them in a bit closer. But as we've only got the 1x2 and not the 2x2, I assume we're not going to need all the studs on the side. Probably what the slopes are for in the next part, which I could get. Whole slope drawer. They should be in there. All right, there are some other Lego sets that have been announced that I want to take a little look at, because just one of each. Because here's the gift with purchase. This has been made official by Lego. What do you mean? What do you mean leak? It's on the Minister. It's on the Minister page. It's on the Minister. It's on the Minister page. If you just scroll down, they had that whole look. It's been there since. It's been there since the stream reveal, and well, was it a stream reveal? How did this thing get revealed? It's been there since the reveal. So it's definitely not, oh, 20 days ago. Well, that's not what we want. We want the new stuff. Here we go. Here we go. We've got some more Lego sets. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. All right, we've seen all of that. I don't mind about the rumors and stuff. We've got a new Aston Martin. That looks pretty nice, mainly because it's green. That's where my interest in it stops. But it does look pretty nice nonetheless for an F1 car. That's been officially revealed, which is odd because the UK Lego site never have any of these. I'm pretty sure the F1 car ain't there. It might be, but I'm pretty sure 38 it is. Yeah, there you go. So it has been, but a lot of these have been found off other sites or in store, like this other Technic car. Don't know what that is. Pokemon Smart Play sets. Now this is what I'm interested in because they have been revealed on, I think these were the ones that were found mostly on Amazon. No, doesn't say Amazon, but we have seen a lot of the images for them. And this is my favorite. I think this is my favorite out of the lot. We'll go through them one at a time, because what's interesting about this is there are a lot less parts than the Star Wars ones. A lot less pieces, which in theory should make them cheaper. It's not necessarily true. It's not just going to be cheaper because there's less parts. They could just be an expensive wave of sets. We've seen that already. Some of the smart play sets so far have been really expensive. Why a sticker when we have a grey ingot? Even a dark grey ingot would work in here. Maybe they wanted to cover all of the studs. That doesn't make sense to me. We could even use a dark grey ingot underneath, but we've got the tiles here. Needs a little 1x2. The reason this is my favourite is because it's kind of taken Mario Kart to Pokemon. Well, it's not kind of, it is. I don't know if Squirtle ever has a vehicle like this. I'm sure this is a reference to a niche game or something. I'm not a very big Pokemon fan. I knew it was Squirtle because I watched Gen 1. I don't know half of the other guys. Well, actually, I think I know most of the ones in these Lego sets because they're all first gen. It'd be nice for Lego to go through and make every single one of the 150 something. That's a lot of work for Lego to do. They're not going to. I would go into this expecting some of them to be made evolutions. I don't think they're going to push. I think these are mainly just base evolutions as well. But this is my favorite. It's got the themed car. It looks good. It looks fun. And it is overly an enjoyable set. Is that dark bluish grey or black? I think it's meant to be dark bluish grey, but it is darker than the sticker. Even the render of the sticker is darker. Maybe Lego are doing it on purpose. They've rendered their stickers a different colour. But yeah, dark bluish grey works. And now I'm questioning the use of the black brackets on the underside, because it sticks out like a sore thumb on the side. I keep kneeing under the desk. I've got to stop doing that. I think the base of the Pokeball's new. I think the base is new. The top might also be new. It'd be awesome if you open up the Pokeball and there's studs on the inside. That would be awesome. There's no reason not to get the studs of the character on the inside. So Squirtle would be, what? Like the bright light yellow, then blue? Or would they do 3 studs? Would they do blue, yellow, blue? Or maybe get a bit of white, or I think it's brown for the shell? Or blue on the base and then the shell on top? Maybe. Hopefully these are mostly printed as well, like we saw the other smart play sets. A few of them had stickers. These are meant to be played with. No smart brick in this set. There are 2 smart brick sets, and this is not one of them. But you know, this is going to be 40 quid. I was going to say 30. It's 320 pieces. It'd be nice as 35, but no smart brick as well, so it could be 30. It's got to be 30 quid. Not too many big pieces in here. The hands. Hold on a second. Something that I didn't like with who had it previously? It was Mega, wasn't it? Something I didn't like with how Mega was running Pokemon was all the new parts they came out with. Like they didn't really, the Lego way of building something is to part it out into its primitive shapes. Build something using primitive shapes. I always love that about Lego. Mega Bloks just created parts to make it easy. It's like one of those other kits, like the Airfix kit we were talking about the other day. They're just custom shapes that are made to work like Lego blocks because it's easier than putting a model together without that brick-like shape. But it does seem that Lego have bent the knee for Pokemon, because that arm, what is that arm? What is that arm, and why not? Let's think, what could they use instead? So the arm could be on some sort of hinge, or even just have some 1x2 plates on it. And the arm we're trying to keep, that looks 2 studs wide. So we'll try and keep it 2 studs wide. I'm thinking maybe a frying pan stud in the socket here. And that'd get a bar into Technic brick, into some Technic, into a few different things in the torso. That would allow it to move around and also change angle when you twist it. And then a 1x2 tile with the rounded edges, like the 1x2 round plates, and then a bracket on the bottom. And then we could secure that with a rounded 1x2 plate, maybe invert the tile, maybe have some rounded thing, and it's brick built. This whole one arm thing feels like cheating. Feels like cheating. That's a newer piece for the torso. A lot of printed faces as well. It's not bad, the printed faces. I think kids might prefer printed faces to brick built. Seems a little bit of a waste. I don't mind the eyes being, the arms being printed. Squirtle, I would mind. I don't mind the eyes being printed. The mouth being printed as well is a bit too far for me. And look, another small set. 200 parts. This is like a 20 quid set. Lovely jubbly. Because it means we're not going to have to fork out for a loan just to pick up some of these smart play sets, which for Pokemon, it's so expensive. It's going to be so sad if these are a little more than we think they are. I don't see it happening. I don't, even for Pokemon. Because Pokemon is quite a rarity to find out in the wild, in-game and in real life. Because it is meant to, it's sold as a collectible. It's not even sold as, I got contacted actually about, didn't accept it, and I won't drop names, but I did get contacted about a Pokemon thing. I'm not too big on Pokemon. So, yeah, not going out my way for that. Not to say I wouldn't know if it was something I liked. You know where my email is. And yeah, the problem with it was such a collectibles. It wasn't a collectible. It was a day-to-day thing. We're not talking cards or anything. It was just this bog standard thing, but they were marketing it as collectibles and about how rare it would be, which feeds into the fact that you're just not going to be able to pick it up because it's going to be so rare. And I'm not a fan of the way they do their do. It works, but just came from the magazine Monday. And are there any instructions on the alt build? Yes. So I shout out the creator. If you go over to Rebrickable, it is free. It is free to build. And that is something that I didn't bookmark. Ah, yes. If you actually, I think the link to my Rebrickable is, oh, no, I've got it. I've got it. All right, let me drop it in chat for you. Here we go. Oh, wait, this is my comment. You probably don't want that. Let me get the link to the build. And there you go. Yes, the link worked. There's a link to the Anakin speeder, free to download. It's a really good build, especially if you make the little modifications that I added in the video. It is a solid model, and I did add it to my display. If anyone hasn't yet seen the video, check it out. You get a closer look at the Anakin speeder, and it looks really good. I might create a little scene for it. I might. Can't promise anything, but chances are I'll try to get around to it. I usually do. What am I looking for? A round brick. That's it. Talk myself out of that one. No worries, Sebi. Enjoy the build. Yeah, the big thing with that was kind of with Lego. I said about the sides. If we would have done the base and then gone up, it would have saved me a few minutes and we might have been able to finish that last stream. But because we start off with the top and then go down, it makes it a bit more of a difficult build to work around. For Lego, this one, that build was definitely not difficult. Right, Technic pin, that was it. In grey? Oh yes. Technic pin in grey. And this is the butt of the blaster. I enjoy seeing what other people have built with sets, because something like that doesn't always cross my mind. But I am on the hunt for a Zam Wessel set, not a set in particular, but something that could be turned into the Zam Wessel speeder. Oh, they fit in the Geodude as well. Kind of fit is a loose term. I think it is impressive that they've managed to squeeze the brick into some of these characters, given that they are of brick head stature. Even Jigglypuff here, which this is like the £10 set, right? 88 pieces, no chance this is any more than £10.
£8.99 really it wants to be, but it's going to be £10. Lego going to up it a little bit, and the smart brick kind of fits in as well. Something I'm not overly impressed with the smart brick. First off, it goes on the front, not the back. I think it could have gone on the back. Maybe the back doesn't look as good. That's more reason to put it on the back, because it had studs on the front. It doesn't need to be placed on this like Mario. It just needs to be near it. So you could have extra studs on the back that it could hang to, or you could hide it on the inside. But they've all got glowing crotches. They don't all. Most of them have glowing crotches. This is my favorite because I want that Eevee. I am going to be trying to build that Eevee. But as you've seen, a lot of them have glowing crotches. And I don't know how I feel about that. That was on purpose. For sure on purpose. I think the Umbreon and Garchomp are good ones. I like the Umbreon. No worries, Moon. Lego can't help you for 3 to 5 days. Oh, that is... And didn't get your order in. I would keep on contacting Lego customer service. There might be something they can do for you, but oh, that is not good. Not good look on Lego as well. Especially this time. They don't need that. They don't need that. Again, with Mew, the glowing crotch. Why Lego? At least it's color. The light was color coordinated to the character. Actually, is it pink? Because that's the render. The real image is just clear. Well, half of these are renders as well, but is it color coordinated or is it not? I think it was a similar thing with Star Wars, and they weren't the colors that they were showing off on the previews because they set up the brick to look a little better. So hopefully the colors do match. Yeah, definitely keep on it. You might be able to contact your bank and cancel them through your bank. It might be done a bit quicker, but yeah, good luck. Good luck. Mewtwo as well. This seems to be from Detective Pikachu. I know Mewtwo isn't from that, and Mewtwo shows up elsewhere. That's what I think of seeing this. Maybe even contacting Lego customer services and, you know, getting someone else that sees it's already gone through and knocks it up a few times to higher management might help. Also, actually, any Lego issues, I've heard the in-store managers are, you know, great with it. They're told, a lot of customer service representatives will tell you to go in store. Again, pink crotch, but is it going to show us it lit? No. So it might be worth, if you're able to go in store and have an issue, go in store and seeing if they can work it out. Because in person, they can just get a load more details easier. Online, you have to sign forms and tick boxes. And if they haven't got a form for that, then usually they don't make one. Might be worth. Had to wait 90 minutes for them to answer the phone. Yeah, I'd definitely go in if you can. If you can. I know we're not all near stores. I'm not. But if you can manage going into a store, I would recommend giving it a go. I've heard some really good things, like some really awkward issues though, of, where's the Razor Crest gone? There we go. Really awkward issues that have been solved within like half an hour in store. Crazy. Pikachu's house looks good. Same thing with Squirtle and Squirtle's car. That's the one. Bank can't do anything until Lego cancels. Oh, so I think Lego have already motioned for the cancel. It's just back and forth between companies. I wonder, I don't see it being any quicker if you'd have done it, to be fair. Maybe that 3 to 5 days is just a processing time. Best case scenario, overnight it goes through. Just like a Lego order goes through overnight. I am noticing a new wood. Pikachu's cheeks are wooden printed tiles. I think I've got some of these tiles. Show yourself. Nope, I think I've got them used because they ain't in here. But there are 2x2 tiles that have this exact pattern. They're not red. They're usually reddish brown. So maybe we'll get some redwood trees. Maybe we've got some redwood trees. I haven't noticed, and they go through. The Pokeballs are quite cool. And you get Pikachu eating. We've got food. We've got the bathroom because, may I remind you, we'll get to Umbreon. Don't let me forget that. The first set we looked at was Squirtle, who shoots water, and the Smart Brick goes in Squirtle's crotch, therefore giving you the power to make Squirtle pee. Yep, this is the first peeing Pokemon set right here. How cool is that? You can make Pokemon pee, just like you've always wanted to do, right? Make a Pokemon pee. Nice. Umbreon then. You've got the food. I think Squirtle had food as well. All we're missing is somewhere to sleep, which Pikachu... I was going to say this is a workshop, but Pikachu can sleep on the fold-down bed. You've smashed it, Lego. Congrats. Amazing. I love the Pikachu treehouse. That's such a fun set. Here we go. Garchomp. Didn't really know who that was, but Umbreon looks... I think Umbreon's built in the same style as Jolteon. We just saw... Yeah, we'll get to Jolteon in a sec. We saw Jolteon the other day with I think they were seen in person, weren't they, or something? But Umbreon looks finished. Umbreon looks complete. And I'm not sure we could say the same thing about Jolteon because of the legs. It's the exact same design problem with the legs. Umbreon here has those exposed studs. I think they're covering a ball joint, actually. And it is an issue. These ball joints being in the same color, they are so common that Lego, if Lego are recoloring elements in weird and wacky ways a lot of the time when they can be parted out to make us pick up the sets, dark bluish grey, then they need to be recoloring ball joints because that's the easiest way of getting us to pick up newer sets. Having recolored ball joints, Chewbacca needed those brown straps, Grogu needed those brown straps, Umbreon needs black ball joints, which technically exist, but not in the way that Lego have used them. And Jolteon needs some yellow ones. Simba needed some yellow. Actually, I think it was bright orange for Simba. Anything they're doing this single brick leg, they could then use them in creator sets for years to come as well. I like that. I like the little dangly bits on the trophy. I like that. That's quite cool. And then, yep, we've got the crotch blast as well, which maybe that's why I prefer the evolutions, because they don't have the bricks in the crotches. This is... Why? Why did Lego choose to put it in the crotch? Did no one think, having Pokemon teabag the other? We've already got the pissing Squirtle. We don't need teabagging Pokemon. Did no one think? These ones can't be helped. Cubone is adorable. Cubone is, and that Ultra Ball. I'm pretty sure that's the Ultra Ball. That's pretty cool too. But again, it's not perfect when you get the brick in there. There you go. There's the brick. At least it's covered a bit more. Wait a second. Gengar's brick is invisible. Oh no, the light's under the tongue. They've hidden them pretty well for how they've done. And then does Gengar, what, fall through? It's like a platform underneath when they hang someone and the platform drops. Reminds me of that. There's Jolteon. Not as good as Umbreon. Umbreon's also got the O on the leg, which distracts, which I think is... I think it's printed. I didn't get a good look. But the O goes right to the edge of the brick. Probably a 1x2 brick. Can be used for eyes as well. Keep that in mind. Still no bricks in these. What do the bricks come in? The bricks come in this set that we saw. And was it Pikachu? Did Pikachu come with a brick? Okay, we haven't seen that one yet. I think Pikachu came with a brick.
Pikachu, yes! Brick and Charger. I remember seeing that now, and it's yellow. They could have put a little Pikachu stamp on it, make the Charger exclusive. Do we have anything else? Oh, here we go. Here's the last one, Bulbasaur and Bidoof. Bidoof looks pretty cool. So we got Bulbasaur, we got Charizard. Yeah, we did get Charizard. And we got Squirtle and Pikachu. So we got the starters, which are the main ones, all in the first wave, which is cool. Smart Play is going to be more expensive. Even this one could be like a 30 quid set, but I don't even see this being a 20 quid set. We got 2 brick heads and a little side build, maybe 25 quid for that, because the brick heads have printed parts, but so do brick heads, and they're bigger parts. So we're actually getting less in these sets than you would if you were getting Pokemon brick heads. But then Pokemon brick heads might be the 3x3s, which would be a little smaller. I'm back and forth on whether this is going to be a good idea. I guess when we see the prices, which I'm just going to check if the prices have been revealed while I've been talking about them. Sometimes we get that lucky on the channel. If they are around the prices we've been talking about, then fair enough. If they're not, no, not revealed yet, and they're more expensive, it's going to be another collector's piece. I don't see many kids playing with them. I don't see many kids playing with a smart brick until probably Christmas, maybe some birthdays. But I think it's mainly Christmas, because it's the £100 sets are nuts just to be picking up on a whim as a gift, you know. They're the sort of gifts that get put away. 100 quid's a lot of money. I'm saying that, you know, I'd probably spend it, but generally speaking, regardless of what I'd spend, thinking of things that I've bought for 100 quid, and I've definitely not waited for birthdays. For a kid, I think it is. You don't want to be spoiling them too much, and then they expect to get sets like this Shrek house on the day of release. See, the set for this, I think, is pretty whelming. I'm pretty whelmed by this set. Shrek's house looks better than any Yoda's house we've got, so I'm a little bit salty. I'm a little bit salty that we haven't got a Yoda's hut in this style. This big, they would never. But it would look cool if they did. And I think this would look cool as a... Yeah, I think it would look cool if we got this. Maybe a little dark side cave build as well. I'd be down for that. I don't see Lego doing that for Yoda's hut. We haven't got a set bigger than like 60 quid. And this was found on Lego. This was uploaded early on to Lego. So do we have a price? Ash and Flash is not going to like this. If you don't know, Ash and Flash also does a few Lego videos here on the platform. Has an, I think it's ongoing as well, has an ideas set. And Lego have been accused a lot in the past of nicking ideas from ideas to make into sets without credit. This is one of them. Ash and Flash has had a pretty successful Shrek house that hasn't made it through to the design process. And now Lego come out with a Shrek's house for the new movie. Sure, DreamWorks probably asked for this, because who wouldn't want to see a Shrek house from the new movie? But it's just too coincidental for my liking. And the reality is Ash and Flash is going to get nothing from this, because they didn't have a hand in designing the set. It's also from the new movie, because it's got the new kid in there. Maybe we'll get a battle pack of the other kids. The other kids, and then Donkey Dragons as well. It is a preliminary look. This was accidentally made public, but was revealed. So that's why Donkey doesn't have a face, but Gingy does. So hopefully we do get a few more details on the actual figs. Which way do you clip around? You're this bit up, which is this one on here. Right. What I'm going to do to recess the turret in is get rid of this. Get rid of this, or I could rotate that and get that in shallower. I really want to do one step further. I just can't. Can't make it one step further. That would need a 2x3 up the front and a 2x4 out the back. Maybe saying along the back here we had a slope. Oh no, this is further forward. This is 2x2 out the front and a 2x4 out the back, which we have here. Don't need none of you. And then if I do the same on the other side, I won't forget it. 2x3 to pin it down, and we can still get the slopes at the back. But what if we get two slopes at the back? Because we've got this one. We just need a 1x2 plate, and then something to, oh yeah, we need another one of those slopes. I think I saw one down here, didn't I? Yeah, but only one in grey. We need 2 in grey. Anyway, the heart looks good. The figures, I've spoken about this on the Discord, so you can check that out. Any of you looking to join? Pinned in the chat. Even if you're watching on demand, it should still be pinned. I think. I'm not too sure about that. We'll find out together. I said about Shrek's minifigure. I think Fiona, pretty cool minifigure. I think the hair is probably molded. Actually, I've got a few little nitpicks with these guys. Let's get it in a new tab so I can zoom. How do I zoom? Can I not zoom? Hold on, how do I do this? I could. All right, I think I got something, because surely that image would be from somewhere, so I could just search the, nope, okay, doesn't want to search. Fair. The thing with Fiona, I think their heads are, oh, I found, when you search it, it comes up with the ideas set. Huh, it has crossed 10,000 votes as well. So Lego are in hot water with this, with everything else going on. But with Fiona, you can kind of see the hair, the ears are in the hair, and the face looks molded into it. It's got a special look to it that doesn't seem to be separate. And I think that it should have been a minifigure head. I know why Lego are getting away from it, because Lego are stepping away from minifigure heads, which is odd. Where can you buy the magazines and how much? You can buy them in your local newsagents as long as you're in Europe. Most, I can't say most countries, a few of the bigger countries have the magazines. No offense if your country doesn't have the magazine. I don't agree with the fact that they're not everywhere all at once, but at the same point, I suppose if they were everywhere all at once, they might die down a bit quicker. Usually you can pick up the figures, even if you're outside of Europe looking in, you can pick up the magazines quite often elsewhere. But usually you can pick up the figures cheaper online. Oh, I never added that extra plate. Good thing I caught it when I did. That would have been a very long backtrack otherwise. Everything we're adding into it. Perfect, you're in England. Oh, lovely. Look at Lidl, Asda's, Morrison's, same price everywhere. This is my area of expertise, if you didn't realise. Tesco's, Sainsbury's, your off licenses will usually sell them. They are everywhere. Thank you very much. Yeah, Soccer Aid last night was very fun to watch, especially given the result. Always a good game though. And then I'm going to go with 2 slopes. Maybe I add a cheese slope. we need an image of the Razor Crest. Let's have a look. What does a Razor Crest look like? This front bit. See, the panel seems flat. The panel seems flat here, and the turret sticks out over the top. So why isn't it flat? Also, if we remove this from the back of the turret, could we not get a 2x2 in the back there? I think we could get a 2x2 tile back here. I'm going to give it a go. Do we have any more 2x2 plates? I don't think we do, because I never got a stack. I've been getting them singularly. But let's grab a few. The best thing with the magazines is the fact that they're everywhere, because as well as getting the magazine easily, you'll find that different stores have different freebies, different, like the second one. There'll always be a main freebie, but the second freebie, if they include one, is subject to change. Do I have any more 2x2s? Right, we're going to get complicated here. And I know we've still got a few more panels to build. But if we have a 2x3, not only will that secure in this, we can also get some cheese slopes to go around the side. That's a new word. Around the 1x1 round brick. Yeah. Just to enclose it, because this is meant to just be a flat panel here. Lego have pushed the boat out for this one. Gone proper fancy pants, they have. And we just need to get some cheese. No cheese out. Fine, I'll do it myself. We have had cheese out though, because I can see some slopes in here that shouldn't be. Some slopes that we handled earlier. Can't wait for the commando droid next week. Is it next week already? I think it's in. I've got a date actually. I do keep up with the dates for the magazine, so I can tell you when that's coming to the UK. It's the 17th. It's 2 weeks away. You're not wrong. 17th is sneaking up. Wait, didn't I just pick up Anakin? How long ago was that? The commando droid is crazy, but the crazier thing is the suspense, finding out what the next figure is, because it's either going to be... Oh, also, if you're wondering about the dates and you're in the UK, I wouldn't recommend buying... Oh, it's double S. Buying through them, because I haven't heard much, and I've only heard a few dodgy things here and there. Not that they're dodgy. I think it's one of the biggest distributors of magazines in the UK, but Newsstand keep up with the dates. So if you search Lego, what did I say? 17th. Let's double check it. If these are different, this is going to be real funny. There you go. So the Anakin one's out now. The next issue is the 17th of June. If you want to see when the magazines are coming out, I would recommend using Newsstand. They've got most of them here. And the only thing you got to be careful for is some of the magazines are paired. So the Legacy, oh no, the Ninjago one's cool. It's the Legacy. Legacy magazine is paired up with Batman. 1 month it's Ninjago, sometimes 2, and then they go Batman, Ninjago, Batman. So Batman 44's on shelves now with Batman and the Grapple. The next magazine, our Wednesday, is the Ninjago one. So just be careful of that. It's Newsstand for the UK. And yeah, it doesn't give you a sneak peek, but you can find out what's in the next magazine from people like me going out and having a little look. I do enjoy hunting for a magazine, even if there's nothing I'm expecting. I love seeing it. Got the wrong week. I've done it. I've done it before. One of the first magazine Mondays on the channel, the video starts off. Was it the video or the stream? I think it was the video starts off with me in disbelief because I thought we were getting the next magazine. I'd skipped one. I think it was the one before Django. And I didn't realize we hadn't got that yet. We hadn't got that magazine yet. So I was hoping for Django. And we didn't get Django. So that was fun. Oh, look, that's sticking out. Yes, that's sticking out and holding it in. Ooh, yeah, you know what? You're all right. You're all right. Or are you? Let's pop this top off, which is so easy to do. No, you're not all right. I changed my mind. Get out of there. What you doing in there? I love the slopes on the front. This is going to be a hard one to change. Unless I add some slopes on the underside here, which is possible, I suppose. And then I can switch around how this is displayed. That might just work. We just need another stud, perhaps even a double snot brick. Maybe a double height snot brick. One of these ones. Just a 1x1 with a double studs. You bought the bright red droid transport. The bright red droid transport. Why am I having a mind blank? Bright red droid transport. Ah, I see. Was it the bright red? The retired droid transport. Oh, I had the 2012 one. That's been retired for a while. Not an MTT. It was, I forget what the ship's called, but it was the flat one. Let's get a slope. We might get away without the snot bricks if we have a little slope like this on the inside. Aha! Getting good with the focus, the camera is. Oh, I disabled one of the first things I do on any device is disable autocorrect. I despise it. Just because I talk a lot of Star Wars, even off stream. If you can believe it, I talk a lot of Star Wars, and autocorrect is like the natural enemy of Star Wars. It just doesn't know half of the names, any of the, and these little bits as well, like the languages and stuff that just, it isn't common knowledge. It's definitely not common knowledge. Not bad, this, not bad, not great, not bad. Anything better though? Maybe a slope on a 1x2. Although a slope would still stick out as far. So maybe not a slope on a 1x2. Do I have the rounded plates out, or am I looking in the, yep, wrong drawer. Thought so. It's a 1x2. And then I'm hoping to still get a 1x2 cockpit in there. Same one, but from 2018. Nice. I love the flat one. I can't believe the new one was a gift with purchase. Crazy to give out. Gingy looks amazing. I'm going to need to get a better angle on this. But yeah, Gingy is a beautiful set. And also, does this Gingy scale up to when Shrek's on their shoulders? Because get a little Shrek minifigure with that. No, that'd be quite fun. A lot of these figures are rumored to be coming in a CMF. We've seen Gingy, Shrek, Donkey, Fiona, Puss in Boots as well. So it'll be interesting to see what changes the characters have, if any, from their portrayals in these sets. A bit like Star Wars, I suppose, with the exclusive figures then no longer exclusive. But I'm not upset with that sort of thing, because you see that in every walk. You look at a Disney show, so many Disney shows that go for their exclusive awards and limited time series, and then they'll be renewed for a season 2 because at the time they're exclusive. It's nothing to do with the intention. We all know some shows have the intention of multiple series and don't get through. So it's kind of a safety feature, I suppose. Which figures
Which figures came with the transport? The 20... Oh, I should specify Star Wars, maybe? Let's see. No way, it keeps popping up that it's the gift with purchase. Even Lego pops up. No chance. All right, we're going to brick out this. We'll come back to the build. Transport set for Star Wars. I'm going to look for the droid transport. Oh, maybe it wasn't called the droid transport. Or maybe it was. They're just being finicky here now. Droid transport brings up more sets. 114 for Star Wars. Including the Advent and the magazine. There's the magazine polybag. Just join the Discord. Awesome. So this is the 2015 one. Oh, there might have been a few of these then. Similar to the one that I got from like 2012, missing Jar Jar, but came with a few more droids. It was like a double one, that. And they call it a troop carrier. So maybe it's a droid carrier transport. And wait, my one's not even on here. Where's my one? That was the one. The first one. This one. This was the one. Could you fit droids? How many droids? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What goes under? Oh, do the blasters? You're going to have to talk me through this one. Do the blasters go underneath? How does that work? The one that I had from 2012 just had the droids on the bars, kind of like you see in the MTT or some of the other mocks that you may have seen out and about. That one looks cool though. Twice. Probably more accurate as well out of all the ones. Even the make and take, we built that. I thought we compared them all. We must have just compared my one to the make and take because I completely missed this one in between. Oh yes. That cockpit. Tempted to get a flat one as well so that it lines up to the rest, but I don't know if that would fit with the theme we've got going on here. Gotta have a screen. Maybe we can get a few of the angles on the sides. Yeah, it's gotta be flat. And then we could get a snot brick if we've got the space when the cockpit goes on top. Only question is, can we remove... Yeah, we can still remove that. If anything, it's easier to remove. Popped out a bit too quickly, I think. It's coming on Friday, so it's a surprise. Oh, you're going to have to let us know how that works. And how this, like, locks it. Yeah, enjoy. Enjoy. We won't spoil the surprise. That's the best thing about building some of the sets. How they go together, how they work. Which is why I like mocking out some of these. We've already done this other side. We just need the slope on top. I'm going to look at that afterwards. Actually, I think I have a few of the slope down here as well. Any at hand? No, because I've got a bus in the way. Bag 6 with Zeb. We must be getting... Wait, what? Wait. We need 2 of these, but... Bars. Okay, where's that bar go? Bar goes pointing forward and is a 3-length. 3-length bar pointing forward. I got a ton of these from the Y-Wing poly bags I've opened over the years from the magazines. Great for parts. It's crazy there's more droids in there than the new big... Yeah, the MTT. The brand new MTT has... I don't even know, 6? Gotta have 6 droids. But there was 6 on each platform for that set. They don't make sets. They don't make sets like they used to, do they? They don't make droids like they used to. So many of them. Wait a second, we've just put a bar in the way. All right, I'm gonna get a 4. Actually, I might get a 4x4 and put a tile on it because, yeah, why stickers? No, you ain't fooling me with that. Oh, but the bars go at the top, right? Yep, we built both of them, chat. Wait, the bars are at the top. All right. What can I might replace them with door rails. Let's see if we can get some clips and a 4x4. Oh, they're already down here. I got this stack of drawers. Let's clear those out the way. So, with these doors, 6 normal, 3 commandos. The 3 commandos ain't bad, but I have seen the argument it comes with a pilot as well, that it comes with 10 droids. But the B1 battle droids are the ones we want to army build. They're the ones that I need to complete my brick of droids. B1s. I don't want commandos in here. I don't want pilots. I want B1s. And we've started. They're dwindling. I took one off for a video. I think that video's out. The Droid Tycoon one, where we're building every droid. And I think there's another one to come off as well. But yeah, we need more B1 droids. I just want a battle pack. We just need a battle pack. A battle pack of droids. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Need them all for a stop motion you're making. Awesome. That's dedication. Crazy dedication for a stop motion. I like the little stop motions I do. Sneak them into videos. Take a few minutes, maybe half an hour. Some of the stop motions that take minutes must be crazy to do. But the passion for stop motions, the stories. Actually, I'm kind of surprised that Disney doesn't do a stop motion series like Visions, but for stop motion. I suppose you got the stop motion, like Aardman did one. I don't think that was as stop motion clay as if it was like just animated on a computer. They've got a few animations. They need a stop motion series though, because Star Wars used a lot of stop motion back in the day. And stop motion is still very important. They used it on Mandalorian, Grogu. The stop motion in that is, they use a few clips of stop motion in that. Because stop motion is nuts. I think if people can sit through stop motion, it pays a lot, it's expensive to do, it consumes a lot of time as well. But if people can sit through stop motion, they're passionate enough for them. They're passionate enough for the show, for the movie. If they can't do stop motion, maybe, just maybe, they shouldn't be working that sector. Like, stop motion's long, like we've said, but I do think some of these shows and that do need that extra bit of passion that stop motion brings. Right, we're going to fancy this up. We're going to be a little extra. Grab some 1x1s. Because again, I forgot how many 1x4s in yellow we have. We have we probably have all of them. We probably have every single 1x4 in yellow Lego have ever made, because I don't think they exist. In my head, they're just the rarest element. One exists in the universe and we've got it here. Oh yeah, we needed 1x4s for the top of the wings. They were meant to be 1x4s and we ran out, and we've just run out again. You made an alt build and a similar build for the droid transport, but for B2s. Oh yeah, B1s. B1s are beautiful, and I'm sure if you've got the transport, you probably know. It probably works on the new one as well. They fold up like chickens. But B2s are awkward. They needed to have like the ability to fold backwards into their legs or something, because B2s in a mock, there's just no place for them, is there? They're so awkward to work with. Oh, this is the back ramp. So I only need one of these. It's on a 6x8. plenty of those, and they want it in dark bluish grey. Actually, that's not as big as it looks on there. That's tiny. I think that's bigger than life size. I might have zoomed in too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still though, it's slightly smaller than it should be. This would have been spot on if it was a 10. Close. Just make them stand. Yes, that's how droids should be, unless they've been shot. If they've been shot, then maybe a bit slouched is all right. So, how are these connecting? Nice, like a million wedges. And that goes on to the back of the ship, because if we have this connection, why don't we use more bars and clips to fill the gap? Wonder if that'll be too weak for it, or if that'll work. We do have clips that go in between these clips, after all, and then one clip for the middle. Wonder how strong they are. And then more 1x3s. I genuinely have so many 1x3s. Even the top of the drawer, you can see there's a 1x6, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 6. This is a 3, 5. So many of them. All credit to the Y-Wing. And then what if we expanded the back by 1? So if this goes in, actually, it's too long. It doesn't flush up to the ship. The Lego version, go on, put it down. It's going to run us through the next bit. Yeah, we don't want to see this. Well, no, we do want to see this. I need this. Don't get rid of it, please. This is like the last bit of the ship, no. But I want to see how the ramp connects up, because it should go flush with the slopes, with the 2x3s. I didn't miss it, did I? No. Here we go. Come on. This is it. So I would want it, right, come on. This is why I love the app. You get the 3D model to play with. So, on this step, where's the light? There's the light. On this step, the plate goes up into an empty gap. The 2x3s stop here by this plate. I would want this to cut off here, leave that extra stud behind and fit flush with it. And Lego have probably gone through this. They did the same thing with a Skeleton cruise ship and the old Razor Crest. I think it's something that they've done with both of them, have them overhang. You can hook your finger there, I suppose, but you can also hook your finger if we grab that 6x8, which was the first piece we got. This is why you shouldn't put these extra elements away. You might end up needing them. And we'll place it not on top of the ramp, but in place of the base, and then we've got the angles to flush it out. They used 4 of these on top. No, I can't reach. Oh, I'm too high. There we go. They used 4 of these on top of the wedges, and we could still use 4. We could still use 4, or you could only use 2 and get a different piece behind. Because what we're doing is hanging them over one, both sides, and getting our clips and bars at the bottom. And then what I'm going to do, just because we don't have that back plate, is put 2 on the inside as well. I might swap them for, actually, no, I might swap them now because I want to get like a blurg or something built for this. I'm going to get the buttons that we've used on the rest of the build. What do we want? Dark grey this time. And this will flush it out, more or less. You could cover the entire thing if you want. That's just to secure them on the underside. And then on the top side, they're thinner. They clip right in. Please work. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's
right up against those plates, but it's still got that little lip to pull. I just think that's so, and again, Lego designers, this isn't anything against the designer. They just haven't thought of this. I think this is so much better for the ship. It fits perfectly. It's flusher on the back. And we didn't even add these sides as well. We forgot to add the sides. How did these go in? Like so. I'm impressed. I suppose the 2 clips versus the 1. And then they had bar elements at the top, just as we suspected. The bar elements is to kind of go up and catch on the top. What I'm going to do is add a 2x4 there. 2x4 will go even taller, even higher, and then we just need a single plate running the entire length, kind of like we've done with the tile bit here, just so we fill in that gap and it rounds it off a little bit. Could use this, but it doesn't go all the way. It leaves us 2 studs out. Is there a bigger plate? I know I've got 1x10s and I'm asking if there's a bigger plate. Let's get the 2x4 on both sides. But is there a bigger plate? Because I think I've got 1x12s. There we go. Trampolines are tough. Trampolines are the same as water tension as well. You think you'd be safe because water's quite soft and you dive in water, but if you belly flop, ouch, that's gonna hurt. And that would obliterate the UCF Millennium Falcon as well. It would be, for the Falcon, it would probably be worse than it hitting the floor, because if it hits the floor, it shatters. If it hits water, you've then got more water coming over, those panels aren't safe, the landing gear is gonna go, but then the water's gonna bounce off each other. And yes, not something I would want to witness, let alone do. Never throw a Lego set in the pool. Although, you'd have to worry about that because most of the new sets don't float. I'm waiting for a boat that floats and floats good. It's gotta float good. Can't just float. Because there are a few city ones, and look at this connection. Oh, look at that. This is what I build for right here. This sort of like, there's a little gap because you don't want it to hit the plate on the way through. But oh, that's so good. And we've just added an extra tile from the front. You're not gonna notice it because of the way the ship shapes. You've got the plate that comes out to the square here. You could even expand this and get a slope on top, but I think it's all right with the way we've done the sides. But the fact that this opens as well to get an interior shot, this Razor Crest is going to be beautiful. It is going to be amazing. Thanks for hanging, Sebi. May the bricks be with you. Onwards. We missed that panel, so let's see if we can get this one sorted. 2x6. Are you going to stick a sticker on that? Let's see where the stickers are at. As I said, we've just missed this one. Yeah, you stick a sticker on both of them. No, we don't. We're going to add tiles there instead. So we want a 4x6 plate, don't we? 4x6 plate. And I might make that black plate grey, light bluish grey. Because black will stand out on the inside. We want it to look good, open and shut. You know what, I might need another 6. I'm going to grab one in case. It's easier to put away than to get this drawback out. Well, no, I'm going to get the drawback out either way. It's easier to put away if we don't need than it is to come back and grab another one if we do need it. And more of those bars, they might have to be grey. White, black, red, green. And we'll use black at the minute. Black's going to stand out too much. I guess we can use black for the hinges. Yep, you're watching the stream. It works though, because the hinges are also half grey. Actually, the hinges are black. Wait, the hinges these are clipping into are black. So it actually doesn't matter. Oh, it works. All right, I see you and you're grey because the hinges in the middle are light bluish grey. So instead of black, do I have a light bluish grey? I have a white one. I have about 20 black, nope, 20 grey, 10 black, and a single white one. Don't know where I got the white one from, but it was probably a city police set. White and dark blue, maybe, the truck. Here we go. Oh, a cheese slope. You shouldn't have. Here's one I put in the wrong drawer earlier. And that's for the landing gear. This is like the leg of the Razor Crest. It does. Yeah, it is the leg of the Razor Crest. I was gonna say, it looks like a leg. It's the landing gear, which is the leg. But it looks more animal leg than ship leg. Less landing gear and more mudhorn leg. That's what it reminds me of. All right, this is the back. Now we know what sides they are. Can we clip them straight in? Up you down. And then, yes, we can clip you straight in. Beautiful. Okay, we need one more plate up though. Yeah, we do need one more plate up. So I'm going to swap the 1x6 out for a 2x6 and get a tile on it. Get a, ooh, what sort of tile though? And what about the wedge? See, the wedge has to be where it is, but we could get a slope on the top or a panel up here. Or a slope. Or a slope, because we've got the stud connections there. Maybe we just have a 1x8 up the top, and then this has a wedge underneath it. Yeah, let's just mess around for a little bit. See what we come up with. And then we can finish off the details, mainly the little yellow bits on the outside. Whatever I do to one, can't forget to do to the other, especially with these. Oh, is this gonna stick out a little bit though? Oh, this is gonna stick out. Oh, actually, that's good because then we're going in one, aren't we? Yeah, that'll be all right. Maybe I even get a 1x4 underneath here. Now, hold on. What if it was all flat and then we get another tile on the back? Yeah, I think that's better. It adds a bit more dimension to the front because it continues that across. Oh, hold on. You look flatter at the top, but what I should do then, instead of the slope at the front, is get some 2x2 slopes, or at least at the front get a 2x2 slope instead of the tile. But also it does add up to the blockiness of the back. This goes in, so I'll get another wedge underneath. Do they have us put a wedge on top? Respectable grill. I can respect the respectable grill. Both shinies, right? Not dark bluish grey. Yeah, both of them shinies. I don't mind if both of them are shinies. It's if one of them is a shiny and one of them isn't. It gets on my nerves. And then, right, you're going at the bottom. And we need yellow above you. That's all I know. I don't know where the yellow is. I don't know what size the yellow is going to be. Roughly looking at a 2x2 wedge of sorts. And I don't know much more than that. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of dark bluish grey, not a lot of light.
We could add plates. How flat do we want it to be? This is there. And vice versa, you're going... Let's flip you on the side. How well do you hold? You're going there. We could have a 2x4, 2x3, and maybe an ingot. Or we could go with dark bluish grey. Or yellow. We could actually do a yellow. Oh, we don't have the Razor Crest image up. Was it a closed tab? Nope. Troop Carrier, Magazine, Shrek's House, Squirtle, Warden, Doc Ock, Sovereign. Wait, no, we had the Razor Crest after this. Unless I'm just skipping it, we might have used the Razor Crest. Was it the magazine page? It was the magazine page. Called it. The yellow Razor Crest. Here we go. The landing gear looks grey. It is maybe a yellow stripe on it. It looks mostly grey. Yeah, it is grey in a lot of the merch as well. Light bluish grey at that. Light bluish grey that we don't have. So rather than switching colour, I think I am going to grab some wedges to put this together. And I like the idea of the... Oh, forgot about you. I like the idea of the 4-3. I quite like the sound of a 4-3-2. But I'm down to try a 4-3 ingot. So we'll see. What days do I go live? I go live usually Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and recently we've picked up Saturday. So you can catch us live here most days of the week, luckily enough. But this Thursday, there will not be a live stream. I've just updated the Discord. If you're in the Discord, some of you just joined, then there is an events tab. I don't know what that looks like to the public. To be completely honest, I don't use Discord a lot. I've used Discord more today than I think I've ever used. Yeah, the events tab's usually at the top of the Discord, maybe. And that will have what days I'm live. And I'm going to try to update that ahead of time as much as I can for days that I won't be streaming. So that will be the best bet for keeping an eye on that. Hopefully your set should be here by Friday or Saturday. Awesome. You might even be able to build it alongside the stream. Just ordered your first Lego set in forever. Again, amazing. I feel like the excitement amongst ordering my next Lego set, because I haven't ordered an official set for what feels like, oh, you know, I got some for my birthday. We're not including birthday sets, I think, and Valentine's, I got some sets as well. I picked up the battle pack in January. That hasn't been forever. Feels like it with what we've been building, but I feel like the next set, because it will be probably after the summer. We've still got a load of sets to get through, so stay tuned to see what else is in the bag. But the next Lego set's always fun after a period of not building. It's so cool ordering a Lego set, picking it up. And actually, while I'm in the main cam, let's stay here for a little bit and take a look at the Razor Crest so far. We've got the cockpit left to do and some details on the side. Hopefully we fill out the back because there's a little gap on both sides here. But so far, this is looking fun. Oh, and we've also got like a stripe to add to the front as well. We could try and work something in there. I think for the most part, it's just a little stripe down here and something back there. Maybe it completes this. It's like a little heart or something on the side, including the top of the wing that goes around. And then we got the bright yellow cockpit. That's going to be fun. I have the grey piece. We might be able to colour that one. Oh look, ingot, snap, already did it. And now this is this wing. So let's flip it the right way around for us all. What have I got to prop it up?
That will kind of work. Kind of works. So we got yellow coming down there. I'm going to go with a... Ooh, you made this one an awkward one, Lego. I'm going to go with a 2x3 wedge yellow.
Please say I've got one. Oh, one for the other wing. I meant one for each side. Don't tell me I've got just one. You're not going to believe this. I've got just one. Literally one of them. Let's go with a smaller element. This I know I've got lots of. We've used that on... I think we used a few of these on the N1. And I've still got plenty more. And then I'll get a towel underneath that. So this goes on here, but this wouldn't fit the slope, would it? Seemingly not. I wonder if I've got one of the small 2x4 wedges in, no, not in yellow, just in grey, green, white and black. None in yellow, but, oh wait, that's a different angle anyway. Yeah, that wouldn't work. So my other option wouldn't work either then. So tiles it is. No ingots. How many 1x2s do I have? Or we could either 1x2 it like so. Get a 1x3. Oh no, we'd need a 1x3. And then something else on the other side. I think this works quite well. We could even overlap that. Get a 2x3 because we've got another two sections up here, which I'm actually looking at doing some stripes. Maybe using a grill, a 1x2. The set is the final battle scene from Spider-Man. Oh, that is a set. If you enjoy building that and want to add a little something to it, I do recommend picking up the taxi. The taxi is quite a good build. Uses a few new parts as well if you don't get too many Lego sets. But it's a great combo. There we go. Very fragile when it's balancing atop, but they do look great whilst they're balancing. And to be fair, if that taxi comes crashing down, it's only accurate to the scene. Just make sure Spidey swoops in to save the day first. There you go. All right, what do I have? 1x2s, yeah. So I'm gonna add some details like that. Ingots would have been perfect, but that's the Razor Crest. And that is what we're trying to build. That is what we're building. If it looks like the Razor Crest, maybe it is. What was it? It was wedge, no. Wedge 3 was vertical. Yeah, the 2 was at the bottom because that adds up to the 2s on the other side as well. One at the bottom, one at the top. 2s on the bottom and 2s on the bottom, yeah. There we are. And then wedges at the back, right? Right? Don't put it... Okay, here we go. The wedges are... Right? Do you put it over the top? No, you're underneath. You're going to put them over the top then. Ha! Lego, don't do that to me. Do not do that. We could... use the set's Lego. Yeah, let's go with what Lego's done with. I like this choice. 2x4s, those slopes, and then some corner tiles. Might as well grab them while I'm back here. Well, reaching back here. They're the ones. How long have I been building this set for? So about 5 hours, I
I think we put in 5.5, coming up to 6 hours put into this. Very much worth it, if you ask me. If we've got some slopes on the back of this, we might as well continue this the whole way along, because we've got a 4. So instead of using the 1x3 in grey, if we used it oh no, we were meant to use it on top. Maybe we get a 1x4 tile. If we swapped out the piece, I was thinking of the piece with the 2 studs. If we swap that out for a tile, we might as well get the tile in the back. But instead of including it just on the plate, we can hook it under the tile. Hook it back there. And then maybe for security, grab another button. Of course, in dark bluish grey. I do love to mock out sets. So rather than following instructions, with the vast pieces I've collected over the decades, I do like using those to make the Lego sets just a little bit more my style. And then we've got that grey tile I'll add once we've done the other side. And that was this element exactly where Lego want it. Oh, wait. Wait a second. What did I miss? Did I not put the 2x4 down? I mean, the button actually low-key works. The button is better than a 2x4 because it doesn't take up anywhere near the space. Just make sure you got that 1x4 on first. Otherwise, you'll have to take off some of the other tiles and pieces. The button works so much better, yeah. For our case, it works better. Again, if you're following the Lego set, you know by now. Your order says it's in progress. Shipping early would be like winning the lottery. Gonna try to scoop the train because Spider-Man 2 was the first movie you saw in theaters as a kid. I think that about every Clone Wars set though. The Clone Wars movie is the first movie I remember. I was old enough to remember seeing as a kid. And if I got every Clone Wars set, maybe the special ones. The special Clone Wars sets I'll pick up. UCS Clone Wars set. I missed out on the Venator. Maybe I got to go back for it. Part it out one day. Maybe that can be the, we blow that up, make it fig scale. Kind of like we shrunk down Maul's bust. And now the cockpit, right? What are you? You are the cockpit. You've got to be the cockpit. I'm going to start building, and if you're not the cockpit, you are being broken back down. But I'm pretty certain you're the cockpit. I'm also pretty certain I've just used my last 1x4 on the N1. But I'm welcome to be surprised. Oh, hold on. We spoke about that taxi. Sorry, Spider-Man. That taxi that I added to my Spider-Man display has a few of these, so I'm just going to nab one. Spidey don't need it. Spidey got webs. And where does this go? Wait a sec. Is this an engine? Right, we've got the camera element. We know where that is now. And a yellow slope. I missed the skip. Does that go on the side here? Cool if it does. Wow. Don't be at the front of the ship because I ain't got room for you at the front of the ship. Oh, wait, is that a transparent yellow? No, I got excited for a second. I thought it was a transparent yellow piece. It's not. False alarm, false alarm. I was going to say it doesn't look transparent on the set, but the instructions, maybe they've added the wrong piece. They haven't. I didn't see it. Didn't see it properly. That engine block. Was it down here in the end? Was it? Not that one. Was it in here?
Because I thought I moved it up. Yeah, it's not in here. Oh no, it was hidden at the back corner. It was in here. The question is, did I put it back? Because I don't see it. I don't think I did put it back. I'm pretty sure it was in here. Oh, the ski bag as well. I always forget about using those. Right, if I didn't put it back in here, then where'd I put it back? Or did I? No, it's not on the desk. If I didn't put it back in there, my best guess is it's in the... Where's the other bag? Probably in the other bag drawer. I don't remember where I put the other bag drawer. And it's definitely not in any of these other drawers. Oh no, we had this. We had this on stream the other day. Oh no, chat, I've lost it. I've lost it. You also have a cool Spider-Man shirt arriving this week. Nice. Hot Topic have a load of good ones. I think you can order Hot Topic in the UK. Is it Hot Topic I'm thinking of that you can't get in the UK, or is that the one you can get in the UK now? All right. That yellow plate. Oh, this is going to be the middle. Oh, if this is in the middle, we could part that out. That's a double-sided snot, isn't it? We part that out. We can also get double-sided. Well, it wouldn't be double-sided snot. I suppose it'd be multiple-sided, wouldn't it, on the outside? But if we get something like this, something like that below, and then the double-sided snot, or we just get the double-sided snot and use a bracket underneath. What's the angle? I suppose the angle is the same as the plate. What angle is the plate? And do I have the plate in yellow? No. I do have it in grey. Quite a few in grey, so grab a few of those. Because that's the angle we're making. Which is a bit further out than this. This wants to be... Actually, if it was half a stud further out, it wouldn't be slopey enough. As far as stud reversal techniques go, there's no great one for rounded elements like so. But there might be a pretty decent one. If we use brackets or... Yeah, brackets on the side. We can include them down there, then sloping up. Again, not great for brackets. I think this is probably the best we've got. But we only really need 2 studs. I think 2 studs is good enough for the cockpit. I'm going to have 4 studs angled like so. It looks a bit weird because both sides will look the same, but this should give adequate grip both sides, whilst also giving a space on the side for close look at the cockpit. We actually have some windows back here. So I want to get I don't have like a transparent slope of sorts, do I? I do have cheese slopes that fit the bill. But cheese slopes would require us removing that one plate, that one snot brick at the bottom. And I don't know if that's something we could give up. One way to find out, eh? Haven't been into Legos for years. Oh, it's going to be all over the Daily Bugle. Not going to hear the end of it if J. Jonah Jameson's on the case. I love the character from the Toby and Tom universe. It's the same J. Jonah Jameson, same actor. Not the same in-universe character,
same actor portraying the same character. There's our little window. Perfect. Still works with the original blasters. I'm hoping the blaster piece isn't used to secure this down, because we don't have that. We don't have that element, so we'll work on something else. Wait, a 4 and a 2? A 4? A 2, another 4, a clip, a brick. I'm not following. Oh, that probably goes in the base. That probably goes in the base and then has a clip. Yeah, so we want a different method to secure it in. And then, oh, that cockpit looks good. That cockpit looks good. So, do I have my cockpit elements from the old Razor Crest? And then I could re-decal them, I suppose. Is the easiest way of doing this. I don't know if the grey one's in here. Probably not. Doesn't seem to be. So it's in this one, right? If it's not in the top one. It might be in that other tub. And we do need another window. Is that what, that's what this is? Okay, we've got the 2 windows. That window's a bit big. I'm going to re-decal that in yellow. And then we need the other element for the back. And am I right in thinking that that's the ship done? Was there a... I saw that, lost it a long time ago. Then I found it, then I lost it. Oh no, it isn't done. It isn't done. We got the engines. Oops. Forgot about that. All right. Engines, more like easy. I'm going to regret saying that. I know I am, because these engines weren't easy on the first one. Good thing with these engines. All right, what about securing this in? Good thing with these engines is they're brick built a lot more than the last ones. None of the Technic stuffs. Bad thing is I don't know that I have all the bricks, which in this case, I don't think I got that one. Let me add a placeholder for that slope. While I don't have it in... Oh, that's too big. That's one from the home one. Oh, and I'm going to need you for your wedge element tonight. I just want some round bricks, but I'm going to use in yellow, because this is the way, and I wanted to move you out of my way. We're keeping it on theme here with the yellow. Oh, you didn't see that. Good. I just slammed the side of it into the counter. All right, engines. So 3 of these I've got. I bought them especially for this, and even though they're in white, I'm going to recolor these parts into grey. As for, wait a second, hold on, what's that gap? What's that gap we're working with, Lego? Don't fill it with round bricks. If it's Technic, fair enough. You fill it with round bricks, I'm going to start asking questions. See, we've got bricks already. I'm not liking this. Lego, come on. We're going to put plates at the bottom. Lego. Why? Lego, why? Why not just, I mean, plates aren't the easiest thing to stack up. But at this point, we got enough of them in the turbo tank. Maybe we can add a difference in the middle. But why not just stack up? Let's get 3 off here. How many more do I have? A few, I think. Should be enough for the rest of the set. Oh wow, you are awkward. Maybe that's why they don't stack these, because it's impossible to get rid of. I think I need another plate under here. We're replacing one of the bricks with 2 more of these for the plate, because, and this is purely, I'm not a fan of stacking these plates, but purely because the plate that Lego use instead isn't a rounded element. It's a squared off wedge. And if you're squaring off the wedge, you might as well just swap out the whole thing for a rounded off plate. That's at least what I did. We still need, we still need one plate before we put these, I think. Is it? So, are you going on top? You're going on top, aren't you? Yeah, you're on top. You plate! Wait! Come on. There's a plate! There's another plate! Bring them back out! We're getting another plate. So we need a 6x6 round brick, which sounds like a pain. As someone who hasn't made any bricks for Lego, that sounds like a pain. This is also ruining my brick separator. Thank you, Lego. All right, that's that stack. Juiced, or dejuiced, I guess. And then, yeah. Swap you both out for a plate. Could have put a plate on the bottom, but we still needed to remove that top plate. Oh, this is thick. We don't have 6x6 bricks, do we? I don't. No, the closest we would get is a snot brick with that 1x4 double-sided arch. And then I do have some grey panels to put in here. And then this is straight Technic in the side. One on each side. We also need a 1x2 plate and a brick. Oh, I don't need you, do I? I don't think I do. Not either of the transparent parts. You in the other one. Oh, you're in there. And what was the technique we needed? We needed a brick around an axle in... They use black in the middle. I might use grey. If I got a grey. Dark grey, as I don't. And we're going to need these for the other connection. So ahead of time, let me grab 2 axles and 2 pinholes. Definitely needing them the other side. And then it's the axle with the flat end, which I don't have out anymore. Hello there, Bevel. Your phone's about to die. Hello there. So you're going to put it on the TV or we're on the big screen. I made it. Yes. The reason why we use a pinhole in the back here, I know some of you will know it. I did not realize that, Bevel. So the reason, that's what I was saying, the pinhole. The reason we have the pinhole is because, look, I can show these things off on stream now. We have a little countersunk line where the pin will usually click. And if you drop this axle in, it sits flush with the brick. There is nothing standing out because it's gone into that countersunk hole. Nothing whatsoever. Absolutely nothing. It's flush with the brick and it's satisfying. This is the most satisfying thing about Technic, when things fit flush like that, even if they're only holding on. This is crazy. Only being held on by one stud. You know what I'm going to do here? Because I've got a lot of Technic. And actually, do I have more Technic? I probably have more 1x2 brick. I was going to fill it with Technic bricks. But how many 1x2s do I have in grey? Let's have a look. Where is grey? Because I've already taken some. Where red? Is grey in here?
No, that's red to black, which skipped through grey. So hang on. Oh, wait, grey's right here. Oh, that should have been enough. Oh, this is the most awkward way to work this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I think I'm going to get them back in the drawer at some point. Just to be easy. And then I know which way you want the 2x3. But what if I say no and put it the other way around? Or find 2 corners. No, because only the inner corner would be held. A 2x3 does work out. Yes, the TV comes with great power. All right, still building these mirror image, and we need a 1x2. Lost your Cad Bane minifigure. As long as you've lost it and you know it's in the room, compared to losing it elsewhere. All sensitive children are a Jedi holocron next year. I got that reference. I am mock building the new Razor Crest. Yes, so these will be recolored, and this I'm going to decal over because I have some interesting plans for the cockpit. We'll see what of them get done. Now that 4x4. Oh, here's the corner that I was talking about. That 4x4. Are we going to cover it with a 2x3 on the side? Okay, more rounded bricks. Got it. No 2x3. All right. So I'm going to go ahead with the 4x4. But wait, actually, no, I'm not going to go ahead with the 4x4. I'm going to put the 2x3 the other way around. If they're just adding bricks on the top, I want this to be as secure as it can be. Because I'm going to bump these engines a few times. I want to run them through everything. So we'll double loop this, and then we'll just reduce the bricks on top. We'll slim them down a little bit. I'm sure Mando's not going to notice. You threw your original Razor Crest. It does not fly, I'm afraid. It falls with style, though. You got a reference if you need. Yeah, there's a few people in chat that will catch it. Wow, actually burns Lego. I believe, Bevel, the proper term is burnt. Is burnt Lego. Burns makes it sound like I'm still doing it. I've moved on to Hot Wheels toys now. No, I do not burn Hot Wheels, but I'll admit, it'd be better than burning Lego. So, oh yes, so we need more of the rounded pieces to fit the Technic, but how far have we spaced them out? Because that's 2 plates. Oh no, it's literally 2 plates. I thought we were going to go with a brick on top. This is the long-winded way of doing it. But I was right about the parts we need. It's wrong about how and where they were going to be connected. I am the stream. Finally got my Palpatine moment. Oh, it doesn't stay. It doesn't stay on because of that 4. Well, maybe we get rid of this 4. Right, Lego. You win this time. And then what I'll have is the 2x3 going across. Does that even fit? Oh no, these don't go on. The 4 goes on, and we want that giant corner, or we just want a 1x3 because I already have the 1x2. There we go. Just correct that on the other side. Oops. Good question. Good question. By 3. And now we can fit the Technic on top. One on one side, one on the other. And how are we flushing off the top? Because we're using a lot of bricks. We don't have any like snot bricks in the side. Oh, we've got the 2x3s. We need bricks, don't we? Yeah. More 1x2s in grey. I know which one that is now. That's this one. And I have a lot more light bluish grey. I should have used that instead of dark. Wow, that's a lot. I love the fact that these just fall apart. No, that's not what I love. I love the fact that this is like a beehive with honeycomb. I just pull out a rod. I need somewhere more secure than a Lego bag to keep them. And perhaps even a drawer would work. And I'll lay them in that height because that's the height of a drawer. So that would indeed work. And then what was it? A round brick up the top? Exactly. A round brick and a plate up the top. That's for the axle that's probably going to go through the middle. If we put an axle through the middle of this engine now, after we've already put these bricks in the middle, it's going to be so awkward to do. I don't know if I will. I'll find a way to get out of that. That would be so awkward for Lego to wait until we've built most of the engine to then have us put it on. What about the newer slopes? Do they work on top as well? Oh yeah, let me get more of these 6. Oh no, they're the halves. They're the half 6x6s. We can deal with that. Oh, wait, the halves would work. No, they wouldn't. You couldn't get the half the whole way around. But, oh, this is going to be so... It will work. It will work. This is worth it just because we can get that added detail. Like, something like this as well. Something like a dark grey. That's what I was looking for. How are we going to make this work? Is there any more dark grey tiles that I've got? So I should have some from Peridia. I know I've got light bluish grey. Possibly also from Peridia. I'm looking for the dark ones. We can add dark streaks throughout the top. Let's continue the dark. Like that. So we have a angled dark streak. Do I go light or dark here? Let's put some aside for the other side as well. We might only need 2 or 3. I don't want white. White's going to stand out like the windows do at the minute. Got to be another one. Because they don't come in odd sets, do they? There we go. Or do I have it raised? How do I raise it though? Because that's there. Oh, or that's being awkward, isn't it? Like, would I be able to get a frying pan stud? I don't think so. I think it's basically these wedges. How many did I use? 1, 2, grey. 1, 2, and then, yeah. That'll be good enough. No more dark greys, just whites, no tans. What other colours? None. What if we have another grey leading into a light grey? Don't need no more of these then. Or a yellow. Yellow would have been such a good one. I do have tans. But I think dark tan would have been the colour to have used. Thanks for hanging, Bevel. Hey, inactive. Inactive. until tomorrow's video. You never know. You never know what might be around the corner. What was I going to add? Oh, we could get something like ingots. Frying pan studs, I don't think work with the hole on the top. Hold on. Hold on now. Wait, why does that kind of work? Why does that kind of work? I quite like that. Wait, that's such a odd little detail. But it kind of, I like that. I don't know if I should switch it to black. I don't want it to be obvious. I want it to be, you look close, you see it. Where was it? It was on this side. I got to remember what I was doing up until that point. We had the dark streak rolling through. Then we had the frying pans. And now we've got the cap, which means we need another plate on the inside. Oh, I do not have these pieces. I will do though. And then, all right, so two of you in the middle. I'm out of yellow. I'm gonna need to get another one. I'm not out, I'm just out the ones that I got. And then, is this the engine front or do we have clips on it? Here we go. Here we go. This is the engine front with many clips on it. Actually, this is the back of the engine, isn't it? We need, choose your challenger. You, and I do have another tub of those if I run out. And I don't think we have a lot of gray. There's a lot of light bluish gray studs. But what do we need to put on you? It's a 1x4 slope. Now that I've got a lot of. Hold on. I've got grey slopes in there and grey slopes in there and the odd grey slopes dotted around. And you could also flip it upside down. I think the old Razor Crest had these clips flipped upside down. How many? How many did it say? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But 2 engines. 2 engines is another 8. 1, 2. Oh, I should have switched these up for like dark at some point. 3, 4. Hopefully none of these are broken. 5, 6. Come on. 7. I see a whole brick down there. I only want one more. 8. Perfect. And then 8 of these, really? No like difference, no like 3s in there as well. I'm gonna get all the grey ones out of here. And then we'll see what I have most of, because if I have a lot of these 1x3s, I will work those in as well. I seem to have a lot of them. Oh, wow. Wait, they're all just 1x3s. And 1x2s. There's a 1x4. I haven't been counting, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, sure, why not? Because instead of counting studs, I've got something better. I have something much better than slopes. Studs. And if you hadn't guessed, by that Freudian slip up, it's slopes. So let's get 16 1x1 cheese slopes, which make it so much easier putting these in to the original set. Actually, I don't suppose they're hard to put in, especially if we're attaching them before we place it on. Which are we? We've done all 8. Yep. 6, 7, 8. And I assume we would have put all 8. Oh, beautiful. That's a flower. That is a flower right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Now I'm at grey cheese slips. That's it. That's a lot of them. Oh, you're having a laugh. They were dark grey slopes. Well, they're not dark grey anymore. I think dark grey were in that second tub as well. The Mandalorian's engines don't look. They're like silvery, if anything. Just trying to justify not having to go back in that tub again. And I think the angle of the older elements is this. Does this fold up on the newer one? I haven't played around with it too much to know. Oh, this is the back of the engine. Wait, what's the front of the engine? Does that have its own slopes as well? Wait, that is such a extra engine. We need the axles with the studs on the end, which I think are in the other drawer. We need these gears. This is to provide a little cushion for the dish on the end. Ah! And then one of those pins from earlier. Oh, because but how? No, that's a stopper. That's not a pin. I thought it was that pin that we were using. It's not. It's one of these stoppers on like a 3-length axle. Okay, 3-length, 4-length. Oh, it's the stud one, so it's neither of these. With one of these on either side. And then still don't know what the other Picnic pieces. So 2 of them. I don't think we need these in black. I think we could use these in red. They're going to be hidden on one of these. Now these, I know where they are. An orange dish, and this goes straight in, doesn't it? Half through the engine. So it is secure. These have an axle through them as well. So this goes on here. This goes on here. This goes... Wait, that goes on there. And the axle goes all the way through. Oh, it doesn't go all the way through. Oh, wait, that's why it wants that one, isn't it? Because it does have the bit at the bottom. Okay, and then the bricks on the outside will hold that up. Go around the engine. Oh, wait, there is that big engine piece. That's cheating. I thought we weren't doing that, Lego. Oh, you're in that drawer. That's power minus. All right, I'm going to run through the end of the engine, see if there's anything else I want to change. These seem cool. I think we've got the slopes now on the top, don't we? Okay. Kind of like that. Interesting, because I thought the slope went inwards. No, we used the rounded ones. It's not the slope that I thought. Huh. Okay. Yeah, of course, use an axle to go through the bottom. Is there even space for an axle in the bottom? You'd make space, wouldn't you? And then there are the engines. Okay, we're out of time for today's stream, so I'm going to run that through off camera and get the recolor for the sides that we need. Apart from that though, the set's looking pretty fun. I like how they did the engines on this Razor Crest. It's so much better than the first Razor Crest that I built. And also the cockpit, yes. I like this modification with the windows either side of the cockpit, but we're gonna have to work out how I connect it, which will probably be the star of the video. If I don't come back and rework it on stream, we have another engine. And then how do I back out of this thing anyway? Oh, there we go. 4 out of 8. So we were on the final bag with the 8th bag. And then the Razor Crest is done. All that's left to do is to decide, come back, is to decide what we're going to put. I might do another stream of this. What we're going to put in the middle, because the whole side of our Razor Crest, I think I did knock it off when I slammed it, is hollow. The whole side can open to reveal an entire interior. And are you noticing something? It's very similar to the sail barge. It is very, very similar in the way that we've made use. So we're going to have to recreate some scenes at the back and see what else we can do. But we've run out of time for today. What was the plan for tomorrow? What was I going to be building? Maybe we can continue this tomorrow and then we'll see what else we can get done. That sounds like a good idea. I think we will be continuing this. So stay tuned for more Razor Crest builds. We technically finished the Razor Crest today. I feel like we're modifying it tomorrow. We finished the build, instructions no longer needed. We can, oh, we can't tick it off to say we've built it. The Lego want me. All right, I'm going to be spamming through the next set of engines whilst I double check that the stream has ended all well. But until tomorrow, stay tuned. Don't forget, you can join the Discord. Link in the pin chat for the next week. I think that link should be active. But until tomorrow, hope you had fun. May the bricks be with you.